And we should be live. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing? First thing you'll notice is that my face cam isn't on. Apologies if those that like seeing my ugly mug. My camera's not working, so I know OBS has been a bit funny. So yeah, that's the first thing to mention. The second thing, and the most important thing, is that we're here to showcase the upcoming for you lot. Class 805 DLC, which is a good bit of fun. I've been enjoying this. So yeah, what we're going to do today is I'm going to showcase it to you. I'm planning to do everything that it does in the sense that we're going to run. Let me first just turn the audio down a little bit. We're first going to run from maybe London Euston, and then we're going to run up the line to Milton Keynes, and then we're going to hop. Quotation marks, hop over to Stafford, do a run up to Stafford, all the way up to Crewe, and then we're going to turn around at Crewe and then go back down Birmingham, Crewe, West Coast Mainline, Birmingham, Crewe, down in towards from Crewe to Birmingham, obviously. So yeah, good couple of hours of 805 fun for you lot. So yeah, who we got in the chat then? So I'm actually doing this a little bit differently. I'm on the YouTube studio because for once I'm doing dual streaming. I'm getting really on it with this streaming malarkey. So apparently I'm on the shorts feed as well as the long form feed. So we'll see how this goes because this could be a thing going forward. So who we got? We've got UK Tag, Teesside Train Watcher, Nick, how you doing? Kelly, UK Tag. I said UK Tag twice there. We love UK Tag. Callum, how you doing? When you depart, can you do an outside cam departure? Of course we can. Aaron Smith, that trash guy. Tyler, Joseph said hello to Kelly already. Sam, hello. Joshua, what has happened to your camera? For some reason, every single time I try to so when I load up OBS, the camera basically doesn't work. You have to reactivate it in OBS, and it was crashing OBS every single time. And I thought, can I really be bothered to be showing my face? So yeah. Tungy, hey, how you doing? Hey, I can't wait for the 805. You love the 805. How you doing, Sonic Hero? Does this release tomorrow? Yes. So all the information for the Class 805 I'll run through in just a second. About release dates, prices, all that sort of good stuff. Well, hey, I'm loved. How you doing, Azza? Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. So, got 30 of you wonderful people watching, so we're going to get straight into all this. I'm just going to hope that you can obviously see this all on the right places. So let me just do that and do that. I don't know how this shorts feed thing works, but hopefully it's cool and brings in some new people, which is always a good thing. So let me open that up. So hopefully everything's running smooth as butter. So before I check all that, make sure it is running smooth as butter. Do a quick internet speed test, make sure everything's running fine. Yeah, that's fine. That'll do. Okay, cool, let's do it. Let's jump into Train Sim World the 6th. So, the 805 releases tomorrow, 10 a.m. for console and Xbox, and 6 p.m. for Steam users, as usual. If we go through what you get with this, so the Class 805 mainly comes to the West Coast Mainline, Birmingham to Crewe, and West Coast Mainline South. If we jump into West Coast Mainline South first, you can see we've now got a total of 21 scenarios. The 805 brings in Bound for Edinburgh, Blocked at Camden, Turn Back at Watford, Wembley Final Special, and Saturday Night Crawl. These scenarios are acting as like a kind of day being a driver sort of thing. So they're not, particularly special or anything like that. They're just sort of kind of giving you a daily runabout with the 805, which is quite cool. And I believe these are pretty fun. So you've been on 805. Surprised how smooth it was. Are you going to be getting this straight after college tomorrow? Any Americans? I don't know. Do you think they're going to add the 807 too? Yes, they're adding the 807 to the West Coast Mainline Trent Valley when that comes out. The reason why the 807 and 805 are separate is because the 805 is actually more versatile than the 807, and the 805 can be used in more places. So let's say in the very unlikely event that we get goodness gracious me, like a North Wales coast or something like that. I say unlikely just because it's obviously not on the roadmap or anything like that. then obviously the 805 would layer into that because it's a bi-mode train, whereas the 807 wouldn't. Have you seen some of the videos of the new F1 engines from the shakedown in Barcelona today? I have indeed. I have indeed. In terms of timetables, of course, we've got 4 different timetable tabs now. So this is the Evero one, which brings in 997 services, and the Evero does 27 of them. We're going to do a full line run, and I'm thinking we're going to do one of the 2-stoppers. There is one on here somewhere, a 2-stop. There you go. So we're going to do that one, which stops at Watford Junction along the way. And then as for the West Coast Main Line Birmingham to Crewe, you can see that this brings in another timetable, which is the modern one. And the Evero, obviously there's a whole new timetable here, but the Evero brings in 37 services, and they're mainly between Stafford and Crewe, but there is a few Birmingham services as well. But obviously, because it runs up to Milton Keynes and you run it from Stafford, the 805s will also, I would assume, layer into West Coast Main Line Trent Valley. So of course, if you are wanting to get this and you want to drive it on another route, you can potentially drive this on 3 routes very soon. I say very soon, whenever the Trent Valley comes out. With the Trent Valley, is the 807 included in the prices? Yes, because it's, like I said, it's different. So the 807's included because it's not really that too dissimilar to the 801. However, the 805 is fundamentally different to all the other 800 series of trains. Anyway, are we doing West Coast Main Line first? West Coast Main Line South first? What are we thinking? Where should we start? First one I'm going to put is, where should we start? Someone said play Southeastern High Speed. No, this is a standalone 805 stream. So where should we start? Euston or Birmingham? How you doing, Mark Moss? Mazda, Steve, I do remember you. How are you doing? I'm new to train sim more than playing the American routes right now. What's a good UK route to start? Oh, goodness gracious me. I'm thinking like what's on sale a lot. I'd say Great Western Express. West Coast Main Line South, yeah. We'll start on West Coast Main Line South first. Great Western Express, because that's on sale a lot. It's also going to get a new, it's also going to get a thingamajig. What's it called? An update. Hopefully soon. So 805, we'll do the 2-stopper wherever that's gone. It's 2-stop. Where's that one? We'll do that 2-stop. It'd be good if we could do this so we could pick up the same service at Stafford, and you can do that. I would imagine it might be a little bit off, but when Trent Valley comes out, you should theoretically be able to do the same head code all the way from Euston all the way to Crewe, potentially. Remaster. Great, I'll check it out. So let me do that. We'll run it in April, and run it in clear as well. Why not? No, in light clouds. Turn that down just a little bit, and let's do it. Let's go. You're doing Reigate to Gatwick. Nice one. It'd be nice to see more Thameslink, maybe a Brighton Mainline update one day. I would love to see a Brighton Mainline update one day. I think out of all the routes, like there's a few I'd like to see. BML is up there for sure. Nice. Lovely jubbly. Right then. Let's do that. Get ourselves set up and ready to go. Do that. And we'll open the doors as well. Hopefully that's coming through all good. Seems to be coming through all good. So this is the 805. Looks absolutely beautiful. It really, really does. And it's a lot of fun to drive this. I do quite like driving this. Okay, do that. Cool. That's all fine. So, anything you want to see, then we'll have a little look. Safety systems I'm not going to do because I'll break it. If we have a little run through the train, so this is the inside. Here's the seats. Very comfy, very nice. My back hurts already because of their ironing board seats. Here's the PIS. Welcome aboard the service. Go through here. We've got obviously the toilets, which you can't go into. Keep on going through. Doors take a moment to open. But yeah, this is the standard class, and then of course you've also got the buffet car as well if you want to have some buffet scran. Go through here. You also get 5 and 10 car formations. I have done a 10 car service. I even did it in my first look video, so you do get them. There you go. See electronic display, first class. There you go. Look, there's your electronic display. This is your first class. Very comfy, I can imagine, very nice. And there's also a kitchen. So you can make a kitchen if you really want to. It's really cool for guard mode because you could like roleplay as being like a kitchen staff, you know, serving first class. But I won't be doing that. We'll be driving the train. Goodness gracious me, YouTube's really pushing these ads, isn't it? Yeah, hopefully it's coming through nicely on the thingy. So 50 people. Hello to all 50 of you. Hope you're all doing absolutely splendid. So let's do that. Get the doors locked. And then someone said they wanted departure sounds, so that is fine. We can do departure sounds. So let's do that. Cool. Right, I'll do departure sounds, so I'll be quiet. Actually, we can't go yet because we're still on the red. So I'll wait just a second because we are waiting for something to come in, I think. Ah, the camera's funny, but that's a West Coast mainline problem. Oh, announcements.
And Birmingham New Street.
Nice.
Please familiarise yourself with.
Do they have announcements on the West Coast mainline south? Not on the route, no, but they do on the train. All aboard is on the coffee cups. Yeah, it's cool. You haven't experienced true ironing board until you've been on a 700 non-stop from Brighton to Cambridge. Yeah, I can imagine it's painful. When you depart, can you do an outside cam? Yep, I certainly will do. I'm just waiting for the signal to go green.
We'll sort it. See it? Say it. Sorted.
So we're currently waiting for something. Which one are we? What platform are we on? We're on platform 3, I think. So we are that one. We're waiting to go. What's going on here? We're waiting for something to go, I think. I think someone's just left the station and waiting for something else to come along. Why is there no passengers ever in Euston? Performance, probably. What's that? 1654. Is that? I'm going to make a note of that. I don't know why that's done that, but we can remove that. Get rid of that. Yeah, it's fine. That'll hopefully give us a green light. I haven't been on Everose for that long, but I don't find them uncomfortable. Still prefer the 390s. Interesting that we've got to wait here a minute. What could we be waiting for? Is there something else coming in? It's green down there. Wonder if it's waiting for something else to come in because it's a really like. Yeah, you can delete if trains get in your way, you can delete them. It's a great little thing. I wonder if we've got to wait for something. You've already broken the rule. Yeah, I know. I know. So the DLC comes out tomorrow at 10 AM console and 6 PM PC. I'm slightly concerned that the red's not changing, so we'll do a different service. I'll make a note of that and report it, don't you worry. Do bear in mind, and this is always the little thing that you have to mention when it's a pre-release, is that this is obviously a preview stream, so this may not be, I don't know whether this will be the release build or not, so yeah, right, let's try different service. Is there any other 2-stoppers? I think that's the only 2-stop. Oh no, there's one there. Try that one. Yeah, well, that's going into Milton Keynes, so I don't really want to do that. I don't really want to do a late night service either. Fine, we'll do an intercity one then. That's fine. We'll do an early morning service. Why not? We'll do that one. Do that one. Do it in April. A little bit of light cloud. Cool. Nice. Wish we had high-speed electric trains over here in Ireland. Although the deals here are some of my favourite trains. Good evening, Rex. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. I've been using Class 801s with Avanti livery, so you can finally use the Class 805 now. Nice one. So the price is $14.99. I think a standard loco now is 13 quid, so it's a little bit more expensive than a standard. But I think it's obviously because it's very much a lot of work has gone into this. So, right, let's try that. I had a really cool experience on this timetable where I left at the same time as an overground service, and I was racing the overground service all the way to, it's like pretty much the first station for the overground trains. That was really, really cool. Will the 350-2 and 350-3 from West Coast Mainline Birmingham to Crewe later to this? Yeah, I think so. Remind me, once we've done this service, I'll take a little look. Did you start early or am I late? A bit of both. No, I started early. I started about half an hour early because I thought, well, I can. This is also a good time to mention that this is a 10-car formation as well. There you go, 10-car. Oh. Looking forward to getting this one, but I'm desperate for the Class 90. See, I think this will be better than... In my opinion, I prefer this over the 90, but it's because I prefer passenger trains to freight trains. In my humble opinion. Look, this is going non-stop to Milton Keynes. Yeah, this is going non-stop to Milton Keynes. There is a few two-stop services, but they're quite late on. And the one I've just tried, I think it has a bit of an issue with it, so I'm just going to make sure I report it. I was in the middle of typing a question about how long the formation is, and you go and answer it. I read your mind, UK Tag. I read your mind. Right, let's try this again then. And if this don't clear, then, oh yeah, I've broke the game. There we go, look at that. So, departure sounds, I'll be quiet and I'll let you listen to it. I'll let you listen to the door closing sounds as well. Do you want a horn? Nice. Right, I'll be quiet. There you go. Cool. And then also, that overground service, obviously I've left a little bit later, but that was the overground service I was chasing. It's a very similar service to what I've done. It might be the same service because I did that one on the PlayStation. You love the sounds. Stop closing doors on reds. Well, I'm sorry, but train sim world logic means I have to close the doors in order for the signal to clear. Don't blame me. Blame train sim world logic and technical stuff. Anyway, we're going. We're on the move. I'm looking forward to both, but with the 90 it'll be great having a new freight loco. Yeah, I suppose so. Got a Pendolino up there. Oh, this is going to be a cool shot now. We're going to go under a Pendolino. Ah, nice. Very cool. This is very, very cool. Look at this. I'm going to make sure I nick this for a short. Well, hey, look at that. That's so cool. That's really, really cool. Got something else coming in there as well. That's actually brilliant. I'm a big fan of that. Look at how it snakes around. That's brilliant. I'm a big fan of that. Is it really worth it though? Because what's stopping me from just using 801 with Avanti livery and they're the exact same? First off, interior. Second off, sounds. Third off, new timetables for both West Coast Mainline South and West Coast Mainline Birmingham crew, an officially licensed train, which means that when you use your Creators Club livery, it won't absolutely tank your frame rate like they do. Dedicated services, it's the actual train. But if you're happy with an 801 with an Avanti livery on it from the Creators Club, fine. You miss out on this. That's all I'm gonna say. Do you think the 90 will add on to the Trent Valley freight services? I have no idea. I don't know much about a 90, to be honest. As soon as you departed, a jet came over. No, that's just the sound of the train. 805s and 807s not allowed to do EPS. What's EPS? I would get Birmingham to crew, but it's too expensive. Wait for a sale. What button on the Xbox do you do to the outside camera still? The outside still camera. I keep meaning to do a short video on this, but I'm on the PlayStation 4. If you press the right analog stick, obviously we're going inside now, but if you press the right analog stick, when we get out the tunnel, I'll show you. But there is a little tip, Ultimate, and I keep forgetting to make this as a short video. I'm going to make it soon because a lot of people ask me. We have got almost 60 people in, by the way. Hello to all 60 of you. I hope you're doing absolutely splendid. Definitely grabbing this. I'm just saying. I'm definitely grabbing it. I'm just saying to the people who don't. Well, this is the thing. If they want an 801 that's reliveried, then they have to. Not only do they have to own East Coast Main Line to do that, or Riviera Line or whatever, then they're going to miss out. Just had a new subscriber, so welcome aboard to the new person that's just subscribed. Nice. Welcome aboard. See what I did there. Right, here is us flying out. So, to do an outside camera with a controller, it's the right analog stick, and it takes you to outside. If you're finding that you do that and the train flies past you, so if you're finding that you do the outside and it does that, right, that's in your settings. So if you go to the settings, and I believe it's like accessibility or something stupid like that. It's not that one. Is it controls? It's not that one. It's one of these silly ones. HUD and gameplay. It's something like that. I always forget which one it is. It's not that one. Is it general? No, it's not that one. I always forget. Accessibility? No. I actually forget which one it is. Which one is it now? Advanced settings? No. Gotta be HUD and gameplay. Is it? Yes. Immersion camera switch. So yours will say free. There you go. If you change it to head out, that's how I do that, and I go to that camera. Or if you want to bypass that and you want to switch between cameras, if you hold the right analog stick and hold right on the D-pad, you can also switch between camera modes like that. So that's how I do that. Hold on. So that's when I do this. But if I want to do a flyby on the PlayStation, I can do that. Obviously it's gone past, but I'm not on the PlayStation. And then also, if you hold the right analog stick and left in, you can also do different internal cameras like that. Fun fact. Richie's not that far away from 6.3k. We're doing very, very well. We're doing very well indeed. You once saw a 319 for the first time, and it was only in the depot. Do you know how route hopping from West Coast Main Line south to Trent Valley will work if I wanted to continue the same service? Really wish we could just stay in the cab and continue the same service. I would love for that to happen. I don't know whether that's technically possible though. Obviously, with route hopping, it gives you the opportunity to go to a different route. So route hopping should work. That's one I'll query. I saw you playing City Bus Manager the other day. I liked it that much I went and bought it. Oh, nice, Jab. I hope you enjoy it. I quite like it. It's a good bit of fun. It takes a bit of time getting your head around it, and it's something I need to dig more into and make some more content on it in the future. But yeah, I played that a little while ago when I did the video. Enhanced permissible speed. It's the orange signs that let the 390s go up to 125. I believe. Whoa, look at this. We're racing a Bakerloo. Nice. But yeah, no, it's I believe it's limited to 110 in places that the Pendolinos can do 125. And is that ETCS or something like that? No idea. But yeah, I think it doesn't. It's not allowed to. It's an instant buy, but that's because I like the 800 series of trains, just not their seats. Well, they're everywhere now, and this is the thing. And it's one of them, right? I know that the 800 series of train all look the same, like an 801, an 802, an 803, an 805, an 807. They all look the same, but they are all fundamentally different, and that is why they're classed differently. Technically speaking, I think that the 800 series of trains should probably be subclasses. Just in general, not in train sim, but just in general. Because, like for example, you've got a class 350, but a dash 1, a dash 2, a dash 3, and a dash 4 are all completely different, but they all look the same. It's the same with the 800 series of trains, but they obviously classified differently for a particular reason. So I don't know much about it technically, not a clue. So I'm not the best person to ask, but obviously the 805, I would imagine, is different to an 801 and an 802. It's also decoupled from the route, so it means that you don't have to own a route to be able to get this. So if you want to just buy this and shove it on whatever route you want to, then you can. You're going to get City Bus Manager soon after watching your video. Oh, nice one. If I ever get a PS5, the first thing I'm going to buy is West Coast Mainline Birmingham to Crewe 805 in the Trent Valley. Oh, hello. Oh. Oh, tea and biscuits. Oh, do you know what the significance is that in train speak?
What?
If you have tea and biscuits, it means you're in trouble.
Am I in camera?
No.
Okay.
I'll turn the camera. Also, are you going back downstairs? Could you put that in the bathroom, please? Thank you.
You're welcome.
So tea and biscuits in railway speak means that you're in trouble.
Tea and crumpets with the Queen.
No, not tea and crumpets with the Queen. Do you know why tea and biscuits?
Right.
Because it means that you've done something naughty with whilst driving your train. It means you have to be called into the manager's office. So you have tea and biscuits. I'm in trouble, lads. Thank you. Love you. Here's a sausage. Anyway, got tea and biscuits. Nice. Happy days. What is your favourite route? West Coast Mainline Birmingham to Crewe. Shortly followed by Birmingham Cross City. Love it. My favourite routes. Best routes ever. There's new 810s. Apparently they are quite different aside from the look. Yeah, that's the thing though. They are different. They are very much different. What's he done, Shan? It's gone now. Can't wait for the Medway Valley line. Yeah, that one looked really good. A lot of the routes that are coming out look really, really good. You've got things like Tadami. You've got the whatever, is it Czech route, whatever it is. Yeah, they look really, really cool. 805, I need it. I need it now. I want it all. I want it all. And I want it now. Class 807 will be interesting as well because it's longer and purely electric. Exactly, and this is what I was saying earlier, Andy. Why the 805 is separate to the 807, and it's because the 807 again is fundamentally not as versatile as the 805. So the 807 is very much. Oh, the cat's left in here.
What?
You left the cat in here. The 805, like I say, is very much quite fundamental in it's quite versatile, so it can go into more places than the 807. Like I say, this can theoretically go on the let's say that this is very hypothetical, so don't be saying elite blah blah blah. Let's say that we ever got Carlisle Settle in modern day, right? Those of you who know, the 805 did diverts on there, so you would be able to have an 805 on that route, for example. Whereas an 807 wouldn't work, because it wouldn't fit on there. It wouldn't fit on there, and it also wouldn't run because it's just purely electric. Same with the 801. It's why the 801, the L and the R1, doesn't do things on like 5 circle, because it's not diesel capable. Well, it is, but it doesn't have full diesel capabilities like an 800. There's currently 800, 801, 802, 803, 805, 807, and 810. What happened to the 804 and the 806 and the 808 and the 809? Where are they? I know that the only reason that the 805 and the 807 are named the ones that they are because it's the length of coaches, because obviously 805 has 5 and 807 has 7, and obviously whatever else. Grand Central are getting 800 series of trains in 28. I would not be surprised that come like the 2030s, half of the UK's railway fleet will be Hitachi IETs, because it's like, the HSTs way back when they dominated the railways. And Sure, they're a little bit bland in terms of like other trains. Like, you know, you got some very, very funky looking trains, but they get the job done. You know, they're like Bob the Builder. They get the job done, and they have Scoot, Muck, and Dizzy as friends. Did you see the Carlisle? Did you see Carlisle during the diversions? I've never actually been to Carlisle station. It's one place I want to go to. But I can imagine an 805 divert would have been quite cool. We will never know. You'd like a route like Cardiff to Gloucester with the views of nice, especially when you're going across the Severn River. If you've got the idea, pop it on the forums. You know, these suggestions are usually quite good. And if like you've got an idea, put it on the forums. Put it in suggestions places, because even though Dovetail may not be may not like pick it up, a third party might. Fab, what's did he have to pay? No, I didn't, and I'm going to make that abundantly clear. No, I did not pay for this. I was gifted this. However, that does not affect my opinion on the DLC, because even if I weren't, I am still technically a paying customer, but even if I didn't get this for free, I would have paid for this, because I like West Coast Mainline Birmingham to Crewe. They're Birmingham Crewe. You know, even if I wanted an ambassador, I still would have got that. And also the 805 adds to it, so I would get this. But if you think that my opinion is you know, very much influenced by me getting this, then you believe that I'm very much here to showcase this to you. And if people have any complaints about, you know, oh, we got it for free, so I'm not going to listen to him, whatever else. The whole purpose of an ambassador for anything, whether it be for Train Sim World, whether it be for makeup or anything like that, you are gifted products to showcase them. You know, it's, I don't want to say it's advertisement, because it's not like we're telling you to buy the product. I coin it as, if you like X and Y, you'll like Z, and I've always said that. So if, you know, you like the 800 series of trains, you'll like this. If you like UK high-speed trains, you'll like this. If you like the West Coast Mainline routes, you'll like this. And that's just a blatantly obvious statement. Someone who isn't an ambassador may say that, and you'll be like, oh yeah, it's fine. But as soon as I've got that coin, you don't buy it. So it's up to you. It's up to you whether you want to get it or not. Yeah, like I say, I will very much disclaim that I do get this. Rip me, I can't get it if I'm get it on break. Well, get it on a sale. I'm sure that this will be on sale at some point in the future. Or do the interim and just just get an 801 with a livery on it. Ah, right, that's my number one's been nicked. You're doing a Network Southeast 465 between Faversham and Rochester. Nice one. It went red for a second there. Will there be a before and after video for both timetables? We'll have to wait and see, won't we? We'll have to wait and see. I just realised why Bristol Temple Meads is not in the game. It's literally a main station. Why is it not in the game? Well, technically speaking, Train Sim World is still quite a young game. It's a very much a young franchise, and you know, it's a case of someone's not got around to it yet. Who knows? It'd be a cool one to see. It's also like York. York isn't in the game. You know, we've got, well, we have technically got Leeds, but we haven't got a modern Leeds or anything like that. We've got a very old Leeds. We've only recently got the likes of Euston and a modern Crewe and other stations like Cardiff. We're only recently getting these big terminus stations. And you think about the numerous routes. Bearing in mind, let's say that like when it comes to Dovetail made routes, what, 1 or 2 UK routes a year usually? So you got to think, with that rate, 2 routes a year. Obviously got the third parties doing stuff, but you know, it takes a long time to be able to get it all in. But if you said to someone 2 years ago, 18 months ago, that in 18 months time we'll have almost 4 or 5 West Coast mainline routes, they would have said, nah, I don't believe you. Because obviously, up until summer of 2024, was it summer of 2024? Yeah, summer of 2024, we didn't have any West Coast mainline in Train Sim World, and now we're going to have a full stretch from all the way up to bloody Carlisle, Euston to Carlisle, in almost 18 months. So things can change very quickly. So my route suggestion, Cardiff to Gloucester, is very nice. How do I go onto the forums and suggest, by the way, Richie, you should look at the route? It's nice. Yes, I know the route. Cardiff to Gloucester is a very, very pretty route because it obviously crosses the Severn Valley. Beautiful route. I'd like to see it. There is Dovetail forums. I don't know if there's any mod in the chat, but obviously the Dovetail forums is a great way to put it in there. I think they've also got a Discord server that you can suggest it into as well. Now that we're a little bit clearer, I'm going to have a biscuit. I've got a plain digestive biscuit, peeps. Plain digestive. Very nice. Biscuit eating ASMR with RichyRail. Completely random. Hello. What are you doing, sausage? Completely random, but you might as well re-record your Great Western Express before the remaster, as you initially recorded it on Train Sim World 4. Yeah, I know. I know I did, because we thought it was coming out sooner than that. It took a little while, but it's a passion project. So passion projects usually take a little bit longer because they're not the main focus. You got to bear in mind that the person that was working on it, Liam, he's obviously a Dovetail employee, so he'll be working on it he'll be working on his actual main stuff. Do we have King's Crossing Trains in World? No, but someone has just said we technically do have it. If anyone's seen I'm gonna torture his name now. What was it now? Hold on. I want to say it's Mr. Neil TV, but I could be wrong. Yes, Mr. Neil Official. He actually did a video going into King's Crossing Trains and World, like going outside the boundaries, on South Eastern High Speed or Mild Mail, one of the two. At this rate, we'll get an east to west rail before the line even opens. Exactly, we'll get HS2 before the line even opens. Someone said, is the route routes all the way up to Carlisle modern day? It'll be half modern, half 80s. Yeah, I knew it was Mr. Neil. What I got confused with for a moment is there's also Neil TV8, who's one of the ambassadors. So I almost got them mixed up. Does Mr. Neil have the 805? No, not an ambassador. It'd be cool. Someone says, what are the requirements to be an ambassador? Honestly, not a clue. I have no idea how I've done it. Obviously, you've got to showcase a lot of Train Sim World content. You've got to be a very nice, impressionable person. Obviously, don't slate the game because that's not really good at all. You know, you can have your opinions, and they very much promote constructive criticism. However, if you blatantly just say that something's shit, they're not going to like it. Obviously, you need to have a decent following behind you. Obviously, very much need to have an interest in Train Sim World. There's all sorts to it. Like I say, I don't know whether they're looking for ambassadors. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to confirm that. All I can just say is keep it up, and you'll never know what could happen. Good evening, RichyRail. Some good biscuits. We end up getting the DVBR 101 expert to move without seeing the manual, but it's probably because I don't have it on expert mode. That's one I've got, but I don't play it. I can't. If I'm honest, I'm not a massive fan of expert locos because I like to just chill out and play the game. If I were an ambassador, I'm going to be kind and respectful to Dovetail, of course, yeah. Is it Ginger Jake reincarnated? He'll become an ambassador one day. Just all I gotta say is just keep it up. You obviously need to be over 18 as well, so if you're under 18, not gonna happen. I think that's mainly because obviously you need to sign documents, obviously. And if you're under the age of 18, not allowed to sign your life away. But the moment you become an adult, you can sign your life away in any way, means, or shape or means. You're really excited for the Trent Valley though, because I've been to Rugby Station multiple times and I can't wait. I hope there's like actual rugby the game Easter eggs on it. That'd be really funny. Can we also talk about how busy this timetable is? There's been loads of 350s. Remind me when we get to Milton Keynes, when we go back into the main menu, to have a little look at the timetable to make sure it is the 350s. I believe it is. I kind of wish West Coast Main Line South had the Abbey line, Watford to St Albans Abbey. It's not very far long. It's not very long, so it wouldn't be substantial enough for its own pack. There probably was discussions of that, but there's obviously places to cut it, and you know, there might not have been much appeal to do it. To be fair, this is a lot of the routes that come in are obviously based on the primary use of the trains, which is, well, it's the West Coast Main Line. Do you know what I mean? They're not going to focus on branches. Whereas if a route is designed to have branches on it, like Riviera Line for example, which has the Paignton branch, it's a bit more vital to the experience, because the Riviera Line is the Paignton branch. Is anyone up for more tube routes? Obviously the ones that aren't ATO. I would love to see more tube routes. I just don't see it happening anytime soon, because they're really, really complicated to make. How old do you have to be an ambassador? Over 18. Have you seen the BR 1.4 leaks? I haven't, no. How you doing, Radical? Hope you're doing well. Cleveland's put something in a language that I can't speak. Any ideas when Trent Valley might come out? Well, considering that West Coast Main Line Birmingham to Crewe came out in October, considering that this is only just released, that's around about 3 to 4 months between releases, something like that. So I would imagine the same sort of time frame. It looks pretty well on from the screenshots that we've seen, but yeah, I don't know whether it's around the corner or what. I don't know. You're coming into Raynham now. Nice one. Train Sim World is like one game I play that isn't being butchered by the Online Safety Act. Don't say that too loudly. Would love to see more tube routes, even the Overground or the Lizzie line. Yeah, I'd love to see the Lizzie line. It'd be brilliant. Not gone outside the train yet. Should we have a little look outside the train? There we go. Couple of tones. I'm trying to race the train. Oh, hold on. This is going to be a cool shot. Nice. Nice. Imagine being able to collect spuds in Tamworth. Oh, what a reference! What a reference! District line would be nice. The D78 would be easy because Rivet can just rebuild it from the class 484. In fairness, Train Sim World doesn't have a chat to be restricted, and that's the main effect. Oh yeah, you go into Menai on a school trip the Wednesday, from Wednesday to Friday. Nice one. You'll be recording your first look video on this tomorrow. Make sure to go and check out Rex's video on this tomorrow. Obviously non-ambassador content, so if you want some unbiased, as some may say, or non-shill content, then feel free to go and check him out. Although I would like to see him part of the Ambassador group, to be honest. Personally, I can see a Class 345 pack releasing for the Great Western Express Remaster, which would come out for that section. 345? What's the 345? Is the 345 the Royal Mail train, or am I thinking of the 325? You look to the Met line from TSC. Let's be real, we need more Midland Main Line stuff. I agree. I very much agree with this. And I was actually having this sort of discussion when I went to GCR over the weekend, because one of the fellow TikTok people on there was talking about the Midland Main Line. He actually asked me, why does it end at Leicester and blah 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 blah, and I kind of explained it to him, and then he said, you know what, I'd like to see this or this, and I says if I was going to see any section of the Midland Main Line, I'd like to see Bedford to St Pancras, because you'd be able to have the HSTs, 222 would be nice, you could also use Thameslink on there, it'd just be a really really nice route. 345, yes, yeah, the Lizzie line, of course. 345 pack, yes please. It'd be cool. It wouldn't work on the current Great Western Express though. You'd have to have a new route for that. Because obviously it'd all need electrifying, so I don't know how that would work. I don't think people would be overly happy about paying for Great Western Express again. I suppose a modern day version would be quite cool though. The DB103 is a German electric loco from Lincoln Reinstrecker. You really want the Eurostar? Why? Why do you want the Eurostar so much? It'd literally be this for the whole way. For God's sake, more Welsh stuff. I agree. Yeah, there's so many places I would like to see. Not just UK. There's loads of places I'd like to see. Just had another new subscriber, so welcome aboard to the new person that has just subscribed. Hope you're doing well. Nice. We need more transport for Wales trains. Should I get the Marmite before the extension? Get it whenever. If it's on sale, get it. Because regardless if it's on a sale or not, you'll still get the extension. More Northern Trains content would be awesome. Oh, do you know what? I genuinely feel like we're lacking in Northern stock. I would love to see more Northern stuff. More Northern DMUs. I really would love to see it. I know we're on Train Sim 6, but I sometimes wonder what could be the main route for Train Sim 7 in the future. Who says they're going to be a Train Sim 7? It doesn't exist. Still interested in more Canadian content in Train Sim, maybe a province to Quebec. Another province like Quebec. Yeah, I would like to see a Toronto commuter. I really would, with the Go Transit trains. I just don't see that happening anytime soon. Have you seen the McLaren testing livery? I have, yes. The discussions of which will be kept to Married to the Grid. Other people said I don't like the 187 in Train Sim more, but I have it. I think I have it on the PC. I've not played it though. I'm not very good with German freight trains. You hoping that they add Charing Cross to Ashford International via Tunbridge? Well, we're getting Tunbridge soon, so that's not out of the question, is it? If you want a Charing Cross route, the best people to prod is Firefly, because it seems like it's their sort of area of interest. Why does everyone think that the Glossop line... what does everyone think of the Glossop line? I got Manchester Airport commuter and Birmingham Cross City already and was considering more 323 action if it's good. I personally quite like Glossop line because it's interesting. The thing is with Glossop line, it's a good one, and I found myself playing it a lot when it first came out. And we played it again recently, and it felt like it was kind of unlocking an old gem. With the Glossop line, it's like, it's not just end to end, it's one end to another, change ends, do the loop up to Glossop and Hadfield and then back again. It's a very different sort of experience, and I quite like that. It's very unique. So it's quite cool. It's also the first time that we ever saw guard mode. So yeah, I'd say it's pretty decent if it's on sale. Right, let's start slowing down for Milton lock your doors central. New Transport for Wales tram train could be a good idea. I just don't see that happening. It's a tram train, and I can imagine they want to avoid doing trams. Did you get the Leeds North West route for Train Sim Classic? No, I didn't. I'm thinking about it. I am thinking about it because it looks a really good route, and obviously I've got experience of the route. Slow down. Imagine monorails. I mean, how would that even work? It'd be driverless trains, wouldn't it? Sorry, a bit of ASMR. It also makes me... Right, one thing with especially, like, new Loco DLCs is that it makes you experience routes completely differently. Like...
Milton Keynes Central. Please mind the gap when leaving the train and step onto the platform before removing heavy luggage and pushchairs.
There you go. Yeah, it just makes you experience routes completely different because obviously we've got... Most of the trains on this are like you sit on the left hand side. This is the first train now on this route that you can sit in the middle, and it gives you a whole new perspective. And the reason why I say that is because just as we were coming in there, you saw that road down there, and that road you can't really see that well in the Pendolinos, but you can with the 805. So there's like subtle differences that you notice because you're in a completely different perspective when you're in the train, and I quite like that. That's a nice gentle stop. There you go. Nice. So that is it on West Coast Main Line South. Nice one. We need to see the timetable for the 805. Thank you for reminding me, Josh. Saw a 4-car network Southeast 465. Nice. POV me when Edison comes to Train Sim 16. How about the Talisman Railway and Train Sim? Well, that would be cool since we have narrow gauge routes like the Arosa line and Bonita line. I think the Talisman would be cool. And I think it'd be cool because I've worked on that railway before. So that would be a very cool one. Nice stop too. I'm getting better at this stopping stuff, you know. Cross-country socials, something exciting coming soon. Refurbed Voyagers. Ooh, or maybe it's another. Maybe they're getting some 800 fleets of trains. Anyway, right. So the new timetable, the Evero, has the Class 350 -1, which is the West Coast Main Line South one. There you go. Got the Dash 2. Oh no, yeah. You got the Dash 2. There you go, West Coast Main Line Birmingham New Street to Crewe. There you go, those are there. And also you got the ex-London Midland ones, so they sub in as well. The Class 350-3, yep, they're there. There you go. Is there anything else in the layers list? Let's have a little look. So you got 710, 390, 805, obviously. Ooh. Oh, interesting. Okay, we'll keep on moving from there. And 350-4. So, yeah, interestingly, the Trent Valley stock layers into this as well. So when Trent Valley comes out, I think the 807 and stuff will come into this. Interesting. Okay. And then into, obviously, Birmingham Crew will have the stuff. So, yes, your answer is yes, you do get the new stuff. Right, let's hop to the north. Also, right, if anyone didn't watch my video, have you noticed the Birmingham Crew code is GJR? Does anyone know why it's GJR? Because I do, right? I want to see if anyone gets it right in the comments. We're going to get in the 805 and we're going to do... What service was I doing just then? Because it'd be cool if we could jump into it on the other side. Oh, that's a good test actually. What did we just do? What did we just do? We did... One Del... That's going to Chester though. And Chester would go. Would that then go? Would that go? Oh, yeah, that might go up the Trent Valley. I'm not sure. 1 Delta 84. Let's have a little look. 1 Delta 84. I wonder if we can carry it on. Grand Junction Railway. There you go. 1 Delta 84. Is it there? Ah, there you go. Look. Nice. Euston to Chester. Nice. 1 Delta 84. Buzzing. You can carry it on. I wonder if that'll carry on to Trent Valley as well. That'll be really, really cool. Nice. Okay, there we go. Yeah, GJR, it's Grand Junction Railway. So if you Google Grand Junction Railway, that's the official railway between Birmingham, New Street and Crewe. Obviously, that's very much a licensed term, so that's probably why it's not called that. But, yeah, very, very cool that I found that out. Class 221 and 222 would be perfect for Train Sim World. Apparently 220034 has been in Derby for months. We're having a refit. Right. Let's carry on north. Let's keep going. I don't know if it's the same unit, but we can carry on going. Let's do that. Let's do that. Put that into full. Nice. Unlock the door on the left hand side. That's all good. I'll tell you what we'll do as well. We will do the safety systems. Nice. Got a 390 there. Got a Voyager. Oh, beautiful. What a wonderful train. But yeah, got the Voyager there. Got just a chilling out 66. This week will mark 2 years of RichyRail. Oh, well spotted. I was hoping no one would notice that because I was going to do a special stream on that this week. But well spotted. High frequency commuter lines people would love to see. What high frequency commuter lines would people love to see? I mean, what have we already got? I'm trying to think. So we got BML. Also, can we just appreciate that 1 Delta 84 is still a 10-car service? Yeah, 801, 805, 001, and 002. Nice. So there's something for you. It's still a 10-car service, and you can continue it northbound. Cool little detail. I like that. Is this on console? It will be tomorrow. Yes. It is. It looks like Wednesday is the date to put on our calendars. Oh, well spotted. Well spotted. Well, technically speaking, I didn't actually start the channel until like February the 2nd. So yeah, it's coming up to its 2-year birthday, which is kind of mad to think about, to be honest. But yes, Mocha, this will be on PlayStation. It's Gen 9 only because, let's be realistic, it's 2026 now. If you're still on PS4 in 2026, you just need to get a PS5. Like, literally, PS5s were so cheap over Christmas. Let's go. We're going.
Welcome aboard this Avanti West Coast service to Chester. We'll be calling at Crewe and Chester.
Nice, there you go.
Please familiarise yourself with the safety notices displayed throughout the train.
Look at the sway as well as you go around here. I love the sway. I think that's brilliant.
If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. We'll
All
sort
sorted. See it, say it,
it,
sorted. All the beans. I'm also doing all the beans. I'm going to go down here and do the beans. Oh, am I on? No, I'm on PC. We're only allowed to do early access on the PC because the PlayStation builds usually aren't right until just before like midnight because of the whole packaging system and stuff. I don't know how it all works, but yeah, usually the builds aren't usually quite right. So we're advised just obviously not to showcase our wrong build. Nice. Good shooting in the back. Way. Nice. Some cool little shots there. What station is this? That was Stafford. Class 56 would be cool in Train Sim World. You're going to be doing a day out with Thomas on your custom route. Nice one. You and Casual could have a race on this at some point. Yeah, Casual's like in the 805, you know. When I met up with him over the weekend, he was like, I'm very much enjoying the 805. It's a cool train. Because it's diesel as well. You're going to do the BML again. Nice one. You're working tomorrow, so I can only play this after I finish. Trust me, it's the same. When I were not getting early access to it, I was having the same thing. Don't you worry. Why are tube lines so hard to create in Train Sim World? Mainly light baking. Light baking is not fun, and it's a lot of work. 5 Circle possibly uses the Edinburgh asset from Edinburgh Glasgow. Morristown New York Pen is honoured to the best New York pen. Yeah, a lot of them. You'll find that obviously whoever makes a certain route will use the same sort of stations. So, for example, like the New York Pen one is used used in dovetail routes. Edinburgh is used in rivet routes, you know, so on and so forth. Crewe, Stafford, you know, stations like that. So yeah, it's just if you know. There's no point recreating an asset when you've already got it. Because station building is hard to do. You know what? It's hard to do this. It's very hard to build stuff because it's all custom models and stuff like that have to be built. You have to be made by hand. What do you think is the longest route doable in Train Sim World 6 right now? I think technically speaking, it's the East Coast Main Line if you want a UK experience. It's Castle Würzburg if you want a German experience. But I think when Trent Valley comes out, that's 108 miles. Plus, you can couple that up with the rest of the West Coast Main Line, so maybe like possibly 300 miles worth. JT can make a 56 for the merry-go-round coal traffic on Crewe Preston. It'd fit right in. How you doing, Oscar? Yes, this is the 805. This is an early access to the 805. Very nice indeed. This comes out tomorrow, 10 AM for consoles, 6 PM for Steam. So if you're a console player, you can get it in just over 12 hours, around about 14 hours. Isn't Preston Carlisle longer than the East Coast Main Line? Yes, I stand corrected. No, I don't think it is. I'm not sure. Possibly. It might be. You honestly like absurdly long routes. Yeah, the issue with absurdly long routes though is that they have few stations because obviously like the more for station modelling it takes as long as like 2 or 3 maybe even 4 miles worth of route scenery. So yeah, it takes a long time. Why are US freight trains in Train Sim World so small, like 100 coaches, when in like real life they're like 200 over 200? Because performance. If you got a 200 coach train, they would be absolutely hell for performance. But I think they are longer on next gen and stuff. Still funny knowing Dovetail made a longer route than JT. I think Crew Preston. Bit of a stutter there. I think Crew Preston is the DLC I'm looking forward to most. Love Just Trains products. Yeah, hopefully that's not too far away. Right, I'm going to have a go and record a few videos. I've also got a very early start tomorrow morning, so hopefully catch you on your next stream, Richie. Thank you very much for coming in, Rex. Just for your information and everyone else here, my next stream is going to be Wednesday. But I'm also potentially going to stream on Friday this week. So 3 streams in 1 week when I didn't even stream once last week. How good's that? It's usually you get loads or none at all. Not too sure what I'm doing on Wednesday just yet, but TBC, to be confirmed. East Coast Main Line, 75 miles between Peterborough and Donny. Yeah, so I think how long is over Shap? Is that about 100? Then UK freight trains are so small. Yeah, because we don't know how to do trains. We're not very good at trains. Looking forward to getting a German steam train and Trent Valley the most. Any SCR streams planned, Richie? I ought to, because the short that I did got like 30,000 views, so I should probably live up to that and do more of it. Who knows? We may do. Do you think the Peak Forest Class 104 is still coming? No idea. Not a clue. Can't be there for the last one, but maybe on Friday. I'm not too sure what I'm doing Wednesday just yet. Hoping they can implement the Trent Valley line and West Coast Main Line South, even if we have to pay for expansion pass for it to happen, so both parties are paid for their product. Do you mean like what, you want it like an extension? No, that ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen at all. 2.3 got a lot of hype. Hello, Flying Southerner. Good evening. How are you doing? .398 has a great sounding horn on its CR. Slow down for this speed restriction. Some UK freight trains have 40 to 50 wagons. 79 miles. Ah, so it is longer then. Islands of Mark III coaches. It probably could be if it were merged. If it was an expansion or on it, we've just got to wait for modders. Yeah, Train Sim World routes don't work like that though. TSC did, but Train Sim World doesn't, just because of the way it's built. Of course, with Train Sim Classic, it's a complete different engine. Train Sim World, it's basically like, well, it's Unreal pack files, which are really, really difficult to like basically simply extend. Did the 350-2 and -3 have announcements in West Coast Main Line South? I would imagine so. I've not given it a go. I mean, we can give that a go if you want to, the new timetable, because it's still technically part of the 805 pack, so it's up to you. Do you want to see the 805 or do you want to see a 350 run with one of the West Coast Main Line Birmingham crew 350s? I don't mind. I don't mind doing that. There was a Chiltern Mark 5 set in service today. Nice one. I mean that literally as well. The trailer was number 2 hyped on YouTube to one that was very obviously hyped with bots. It's surprised if the 104 is cancelled, but then again, it is being made by one person in their free time, so it may still be in the works. Who knows? We never know. Everyone thought that the 420, the German one, everyone thought that were off the card, but that's obviously still being worked on. Although it's taken still a little bit of time, isn't it? What are we missing in the last 10 minutes? Not much, really. You're quite a big freight guy. I've got all cargo line packs in the USA and all USA freight. Well, you're like is it the Hayden branch that's coming out? How you doing, Nando Loris Clips? I'm doing very well. How are you doing? I'm alright, mate. Got my strength training in today as I needed to move my server, which is around 25 kilogram. How are you doing? Oh my, 25 kilogram. Boy, I'm not too bad. I'm not too bad. I'm having a good day. It's Monday. Still a long week to go, but yeah, not bad. You're doing good. Good to hear. Good to hear. Ah, we've just lost a subscriber. Oh no. Oh dear. Poo. How you doing, Mazda? I'm doing very well, thank you, Mazda. How are you doing? Should do a quick I was thinking, will the 350s have announcements on West Coast Main Line South? I tell you what, I'm going to do it. After we've done this, I'm going to do a run into Birmingham, and then we're going to do a 350 service on West Coast Main Line South, just to see if there's announcements on it. I think there is, though. I remember driving on the US Freight on Sandpatch Grade, and my granddad was interested in showing him how to drive it. How many things can you press on the screen above the GSMR, and is DAS working? I don't know what DAS is, so I'm going to say no. I don't know what that is. But you've got DSD. That works, of course. You can press that and do bits on it. Let me just. There you go. Gives you the code. Oh, hey, we've driven 80 miles. Nice. On dial rate 4. There you go. You can mess around with it. Does the 805 do runs down to New Street? That's what we're going to do after this. We are doing a New Street run after this. I think it's only got 2 services that go. There's a few services that go in and out of Oxley, I believe, and then you've got a couple of services going. There's one morning out of New Street and one evening going into New Street. Isn't DAS driver advice system? For me, DAS is the thing that Mercedes got banned in like 2021. If you know, you know. Hello, train fanboy. How are we doing well? I'm good, but a little bit tired from watching 24 hours of Daytona. My goodness. I could play this or go out and get Rail Adventure Power Cars. Your choice. You're cool. Fasters. Good call. Oh, hey, someone just said your intro is so catchy. Nice. Thanks. DAS was 2020, no? Yeah, it was the last year of the regular. Yeah, I think it was 2020. No, it can't be. It was 2021. 2021. Gotta be. Because 2020 they didn't bring it because of COVID. I'm pretty sure anyway. Haven't made any of your SCR streams yet. Haven't made any of your SCR streams yet. Do you use a public or private server? I use a public one. I am tempted to get a private server though. I have got the Long Trains Game Pass now though. That's a lot of fun. Let's get some brakes in. I'm recreating my first day out with Thomas with City of Wells and my second day out with Thomas. Daytona had 6 hours and 41 minutes of continuous safety car because of heavy fog. Bloody hell, since when did Daytona become F1? Do I like the Cardiff City network? I love the Cardiff City network. It's a commuter route, it's a branch through, it's DMUs. I love it. Can we do a Forza Horizon 5 game night in the Discord at some point? I could bring my drifting machines. I don't have Forza Horizon 5, interestingly enough. I've got 4, and I'm going to get 6, but I've not got 5. 5 doesn't really interest me that much. The cab looks way better now. I'm also glad to see that they finally changed the diesel sounds. Might be a good idea. You can signal, etc. without training in them. I've also got 4. Yeah, but you can't play 4 online, can you? Which is a bloody shame. It's a corker of a game. Whoa, I rhymed in my poet and didn't even know it. I've got to stop here. Are the doors audible? I remember the beeps are actually silent on the 801. No, I've heard beeps. Was that approach control? Bloody sod. What do you think about the Midland Main Line? I like it. I like it a lot. I like all of the UK routes, to be honest. I think all the UK routes are pretty decent. The only ones I'm not right bothered by are the West Somerset Railway. And the... what's the other one that I'm not really a massive fan of? I don't know. Isle of Wight's alright. Isle of Wight's okay, like once or twice.
Please mind the gap when leaving the train and step onto the
But all the other ones I quite like.
before removing heavy luggage and pushchairs.
But I'm obviously quite biased because I am a UK player. Way, look at the camera motion sway. Way, look at that. Whoa, nice. Gonna get motion sickness in this thing. I want to see it like bobbing along. Look at that. Look at that for suspension. That's well sick. I've learnt a lot about you, how you like commuters. I love commuter lines. I am a commuter guy. TVL's good. I like TVL. West Cornwall. West Cornwall would be good if it were Todd 4. I think West Cornwall Local as Todd 4 would be absolutely fantastic. And I think if you also modernised it now, because we've got all the Great Western Railway stock, I genuinely think that would be absolutely fantastic. Be a beautiful route. It just needs that bit of love. Someone tell Rivet to to remaster that route because it'd be absolutely fantastic. It really would. Oh. Ah, that's really cool. So obviously this doesn't go up to Chester, but it makes you realise that obviously after here it would need to go onto diesel. So that's really cool. Obviously we're not going to do that because we don't need to. But if we ever had a North Wales coastline, you'd have to actually do a power changeover. That's really, really cool. That's sick. I like that. That's brilliant. So that's the whole point of the 805. That's why it's separate, because you know, in the in the event that we got a North Wales coastline or wherever else this runs on diesel, you can do a power change over it. That is cool. I like that. That's brilliant. Anyway, let's watch that go. It might not go just yet. Probably fairly low on the remaster list. Feel the same way on the Island Line. Good for once or twice here or there. It's a good route. It's a pretty decent route. I like it, but it's not one I come back to quite often. Oh, let's go in. Pardon me. One thing that is a bit of a pet peeve in Train Sim World is that the 800 series of trains are absolutely massive in person, and the camera guy must be at least 7 foot, because when I'm on these stations, these trains look absolutely massive to me. But then again, I am quite small. Anyway, right. So, should we do a Crewe to Birmingham service, or should we do a West Coast Mainline South 350 service? What's your thoughts? So I'm going to say 350 or 805. What are we doing? What are we doing next? So classy. I don't know what you're on about. I don't know what you're on about. You feel the 483 on Island Line. I'm excited for Trent Valley, but I'm concerned because my Xbox cannot deal with Crewe. It just crashes. We're going to do both, but I want to see what you want to do first. A lot of 805s. Happy days. Let's just get on with it then. 805 southbound. So we'll do Crewe to Birmingham New Street. There you go. So there's the services that go down to New Street, just to make it clear. You've got that one that starts at Oxley, so you can do Oxley to Birmingham New Street. That's empty coach stock movements. You've got Birmingham New Street to Holyhead. I think that's the same service, to be honest. I think you pull that in and then it becomes that. But anyway, so you've got 1, 2, and then the rest of all the ones in the day are all Trent Valley services. And then you've got 3 services, technically 4 or 5 services in the Birmingham area, which is, I believe, prototypical. But we're going to do that one, 702. Why not? So let's do that one. Let's do it in May. Why not? A little bit of, not foggy. My goodness gracious me, not foggy. Let's do that. Let's do it. Let's go. 220. No, that's not part of the 805 pack. I do like the 220 though. They have the same last 2 digits. I would agree with that theory. Yeah. I don't know what you mean. I'm just saying yeah for the sake of it. Anyway, put that in. For those that have not seen it yet, I'll run for the train and let you see the inside. Let's do that. Cool. Let's open that up. Fine. Lovely days. I'll turn DSD and stuff on in a minute. So run through here. Here is your thingy. Also, have you noticed that the first class in every single service that we've been running, the first class has been facing London? It's correct. Okay? Don't be shouting that it's the wrong way round. No, it's not. There you go. Coach J. Is this Coach J? This is when it's not Coach J. How do you find out? I don't know. Anyway, carry on through. No, the toilets don't work. Stop asking questions about that. There you go, look. PIS. To Birmingham New Street. We will call out Wolverhampton and Birmingham New Street. please make sure that you have your tickets, because any tickets saying Northern only will not be accepted. But why the bloody hell are you going on a Northern service to Birmingham? Some people may say that Birmingham is in the north, but it's not. All the seats have got the thingies on them, which is quite cool. You can sit in the seats and pretend to be a passenger, be like, "What, mate? How you doing?" When can we get chef mode? Already? Do it. Just do chef mode. Nothing's stopping you. Well, obviously not yet. Tomorrow, of course. Got 150, not 150, that's a 158. 150, my goodness gracious me, get that right. Let's get in the train. I don't know why I need to open that one. Get in for the staff door, that's how you do things, get in the staff door. Right, let's do that. I don't know why I've done that, to be honest. But let's do that. Let's shut that door. A bit of privacy in here, gosh darn it. Oh, I've done the wrong button. Poo. Right, it's fine. Door closing sounds. Someone wanted to hear that? There you go. They're all there. We'll do a flyby as well, because I know you like that. I know you like all those sounds and stuff. Let's go. Why aren't we going? Why aren't we going? Why aren't we going?
If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it? Say it. Sorted.
Why is that not going? I have a feeling it might be something to do with the pantograph. Yes, that looks like an issue to me. There's no pantograph, so let me just sort that out. Raise the pantograph. How do you do that? Where's the pantograph button? Pan up. I heard it go clonk, so it must be on. Yeah, there you go. That's what it needs to do. There we go. 158's going now. It's going to ruin our departure shot. I like the electrical twang, it sounds really cool. Rail replacement bus mode coming when? Oh, you didn't see that. Come on, Richie, pull your pantograph up. Ah, sorry, I've got a thing for having my pantographs down. Chingford to London Liverpool Street would be nice. Hey, buddy, how's it's going good, thank you, Freddie. How's it going for you? I'd love to see them add dispatcher mode down the line after Riviera Line scenario. Yeah, that would be really cool. I'd be a big fan of that. More stuff outside the train. Can we see the guards panel? Yes, I can have a little look at that once we get up to speed, just in case if I get an AWS or something like that. But yeah, we'll have a little look at that. Remind me. We do a route with a 220 so I can try and watch the stream if you do one. I've done plenty of 220 streams. So make sure to check out some stuff. But yeah, we'll definitely play it at some point. Not tonight, but at some point. Can you have a quick look at the GGR 2025 layers when you get a chance? Yes, remind me at the end of this service, we'll take a little look. First class should always be facing towards London. How you doing, Nightmare? I'm doing very well, thank you. It's always past Wolverhampton. Can you show the guard panel? We'll do it very quickly now. Very quickly. I don't know where it is, though, so I will very much caveat that I don't know where the guard stuff is. So if you know where it is, please tell me. Because I don't know. Guard panel. Toilet plan. Nice. Guard panel. Ah, there you go, look. Yeah. There you go. All that stuff works. Thing is with guard mode on this, it's a little bit pointless because it's an intercity train. But yeah, there you go. Shall we do Flying Southerner joke of the day? Oh, if you must. What will release first, Train Sim World to Dying Line or Forza Horizon 6? Well, considering we know the release date for Forza Horizon 6, who knows? When is Mainline remaster coming out? Mainline? A Great Western Railway remaster? Who knows? Hopefully soon. Have you seen the new Thomas toys for 2026? No. I don't really keep up to date with toys. So we're straight through to Wolverhampton, so we're sitting back and watching the countryside fly by until we get to an absolute lovely place called Wolverhampton. Pendolinos are brilliant, I agree. We will be calling out Wolverhampton. Why did Adele bring a ladder to a concert? To reach the high notes. I don't get it. Evening, Adam. Hope you're doing well. I hope. Oh, what? Let me try that all again. Hello, Adam. I hope you're doing well. How are you doing? I'm pretty sure. Are you the same Adam as in all aboard, Adam? I think you are, aren't you? The 8Fs can go real fast. Do you know what can go even faster? The 805. My lord. Trying to plot what the bloody hell's going on there. I must admit it's a little bit it confuses me a little bit because from certain angles it looks like a 4-car turn. No face cam today because my camera doesn't work. Well, it does work. OBS is having a moment, and you know what OBS is like when it has a moment. For some reason, I know what the issue is. It's just not configured properly. But basically, every single time it was crashing. I ideally need to just uninstall it and reinstall it, but I really couldn't be bothered. Lovely place and Wolverhampton should not be in the same sentence. As a southerner, I love that you get that. At least for West Coast Main Line South, the Evero services tell you 1 stop or 2 stops. The 1 stops aren't great for guard mode. Yeah, I think guard mode would be good as an enhancement to see what stops it is. I agree. But and of course with this one, it's yeah. What do you believe are the main highlights of this pack? That. In all honesty, the 805 is good. I think the experience you get from it. I mean, as we've been going on this, right? It feels, especially West Coast Main Line South, feels a lot more alive. Rest in peace, console players. But like, even on this, you've got a nice new modern experience, and I think the highlight is the timetables, in my opinion. How do you annoy Lady Gaga, you poker face? I like that. So that's how you do it. That's how you do a singer's joke. Oh dear, not to reach the high note. That's a poor one. I'm good. Looking forward to seeing the 805 in everyone's hands tomorrow. Yes, it's a good piece of work. I absolutely love it, honestly. I was looking forward to the 805 coming out. So yeah, it's good that it's finally almost here. On the Trent Valley, you will have a chance to operate the 805 where you will have 4 or 5 stations, including start to finish. There you go. Why isn't Thomas compatible with the other Train Sim World rolling stock? Why isn't Thomas compatible with the other Train Sim World rolling stock? What do you mean coupling? I don't know. Maybe a request of Mattel. Bit of Married to the Grid theme chat, of which you should sub to that channel. Thoughts on pre-season testing today? I've looked at it very briefly because I've been working. I saw somewhere that Antonelli got the quickest time of the day, I think. But obviously, all our discussions to do with testing, we will leave for Married to the Grid. But if you're not subscribed to Married to the Grid, go and subscribe to Married to the Grid. Let me put it in the chat, because if any of you are keen F1 fans, myself and the missus have set up a new F1 channel. So let me just pop them in there. Married to the Grid. Married to the Griddy. No, not that place. Yeah. There you go. So if you're not subscribed to Married to the Grid, go and check it out. Of course, if you're interested in F1, it's obviously myself and the missus. We have lost a subscriber though, which is funny. But yeah, feel free to go and check that out. Oh, we just had 3 new subscribers here though. Happy days. Welcome aboard to everyone here. Married to the Grid in an opposite world would be divorced to the grid. Well, that hopefully, all being well, shouldn't happen. Pendo! Does the 805 feel better to drive than the 802 and the 801? And is it better? Is it a better run than a 390 on these routes? See, it isn't. I wouldn't want to say it's. How do I word this? It's different. It's not like one's better than the other. The 390 is nice to drive in its own right. So is the 805. The 805 is more responsive than the 801 and the 802, 100%. But in terms of experience, like, you've got the Pendolino on this, and the Pendolino's off to the side and you set back a bit. So your perspective of the route's completely different. Whereas with this, you're sat in the middle. I find that with the IETs, you are sat in the middle of the train, whereas the Pendolino, you're off to the side a little bit. And of course, your whole sort of cab is different as well. I also feel like the window's bigger. And I often find that when you've got these sort of loco DLCs and these additions to a route, it can make a route feel so much more different because you've got a complete different perspective. And you may notice stuff that you didn't notice before. Prime example, coming into Milton Keynes, I didn't realise that there was a dual carriageway next to the station, because you don't see that in the Pendolinos, because this thing blocks you, whereas in this you can see it. You're 60 subscribers away from 6.3k. You're keeping up. It's going good. It's going good. I often find in each 1,000 sub bracket, let's say, that it goes really quickly from like the round number of like 6,000 or 5,000, goes really quickly up to like halfway and then goes quite slower until it reaches the next one. I do often find that. That's not me complaining. That's just what I've noticed. Maybe a guest could feature at some point if you're up for some F125. We're not going to be having any guests anytime soon. Guests is a bit of a funny one at the minute, but potentially we could do. We're trying to keep it very much just us two, and if we were to get guests, it'd probably be people in the F1 world, if it ever got to that point. But obviously when it comes to doing streams and stuff like that, who knows, we might do. I'm glad that you're still married to Shantendo. I love how that happened. That was literally like a channel for like a month, and you've all kept hold of it. I can reassure you, Shantendo ain't coming back anytime soon. She's on Married to the Grid now. Nobody has reacted to my joke. If we were doing jokes, I was once kidnapped by mimes. They did unspeakable things to me. Oh, get out. Get out of here. But that is still a better joke than Southerner's terrible attempt. I'm sorry, Southerner, you've come out with some corkers, and that were crap. That were a really crap joke. I'm sorry. I'm not even sorry. Do better. That's why I like Mac, because every time I play it, it's different. It's still my most played by services, and it's second behind West Coast Mail and Evershat. I am a big fan of this route, and I am not afraid to admit that I'm biased, because I like all aboard and I like Birmingham routes because I'm a Brummie. So yeah, it's it's one of them. I like this route. I like Manchester Airport Commuter as well. I think it's a really good route, that one. It's one of my favourites. I did a video about my top 5 routes of 2025, which never surfaced because it didn't record very well. But obviously, Manchester Airport Commuter was in that, and so was this route. Obviously, you all know that this was my number 1, but I did do my top 5 of 2025, but I scrapped it. Saw a livery of an American boxcar saying 6-7 trains. Ow. It's 2026, man. Stop with 6-7. We're bringing back 2016 memes, and the 2016 memes were like MLG compilations. Quandle Dingle. Is that someone from Emmerdale? Oh my god, Hannah, that's brilliant. That's fantastic. I once knew a drag queen from Manchester. Well, they had a wig and a dress. Oh, that is absolutely horrendous. That's brilliant. Do you know what? That is. Hold on. I'm gonna tell this one to Shan. She'll appreciate this one. Love, are you awake? Quick, I've got a joke for you very quickly. Right. Let me get ready for this. I once knew a drag queen from Manchester. Well, they actually had a wig and a dress. Come on, surely. Wig and a dress. Wig and a dress is brilliant. What a cork.
About as bad as it is to visit with him.
Right, I'm shutting the door now. Alright, love you. She didn't get it. It took her a minute. Bring back 9 plus 10. Yeah, there you go. I was pointing out the random boxcar livery. You want to watch something, watch Three Stooges. That's just 3 nutters not knowing what the bloody hell they're doing. Time to go hunt down. Nah, you can't be referring to a book. I'm sorry, no, Hannah's won the joke of the day there. 100%. That's a corker of a joke, that. Can I try and redeem us? No. Southern, you'll have to wait till the next stream now. You'll have to rehearse your lines until the next stream, because that's poor. What were your top 5? Well, I might as well tell you. So I need to remember what was my top 5, to be honest. Trying to think, what were my top 5 now? I think it was Cardiff City Commuter. Was it? I can't remember. What were my top 5? I've got it recorded somewhere. Hold on. I'm getting loads of beeps and noises. Oh, I've been done, haven't I? No, I haven't. This is where I start messing around now. Hold on. I've lost it. I can't remember what it was off the top of my head. Don't be putting that, Andy. I aim to please. You did good. You did good. I'm watching this guy from Birmingham. I think he's a fan of rich teas. Oh, I do like a rich tea. Only the chocolate covered ones. Deleted scene from Alien. I can't open the milk. In space, no one can hear use cream. No, that one's not as good. That one's not as good. Better than anything I can come up with, but that one's not as good. Is this bloody approach control? It is, isn't it? How many feet are in a yard? Depends how many people are standing there. Oh no. You bloody sausages. Is this the same service Matt P drove on the preview stream? Probably. There's only a few services that go down to Birmingham, so I don't know. And then obviously that's realistic, that there's about 3 or 4 of them. So I'm not too sure, Adam. It might be. Because how many is it that go down? You'll know. I'm pretty sure. How many is it that go down southbound? Is it 1 northbound, 2 southbound? I can't quite remember. I try not to tell dad jokes, but when I do, he finds them funny. Nice. Up to 60. Oh, I love the electric sound. The electric sound sounds beautiful. Adam, is there anything in particular that you want us to showcase? Anything of note? That makes sense. Most of the roads that run this way from Oxley start from Oxley. Yeah. I had a little showcase of the timetable, and I think if I'm right in saying you've got an Oxley service that goes into Brum, turn around, and you go back northbound. Is that right? I know that realistically, not many of them. They're mainly for the Trent Valley, aren't they? Like in real life. This is a great one. A book fell on my head and I only have myself to blame. Oh no! Dear. Have I shown off diesel mode? I haven't. No, I can certainly do that. What I did kind of showcase is that at Crew, it prompts you to change to diesel mode because obviously it's then a Chester service. So that came up. I've not given diesel mode a go just yet. What I'll do, that's a good point actually. I will hop into a route, spawn the train in, and then I'll set it up to do diesel. That's a good idea. Just to prove that it works. That's a big rock. Boulder. Sorry, that's a big rock. You can change on the move in the IETs between electric and dinosaur mode. Can you actually? Well, I won't because I'll break it. But I'll go into another route that doesn't have wires on it, just to prove that the diesel mode works. You're currently learning how to drive the Class 86, as I've not long got the 86 pack. I love its electric sound, especially when braking. What's better, the 86 pack or the 805? I'd say the 805 in my opinion, because it's the era of trains I much prefer. I much prefer modern stuff over 80 stuff. Not bad, the 86, but I prefer this, and I find myself playing this a lot more often. Now, I believe there was a question about why is it 125 here. This isn't restricted using that ETCS, where it's called. They do it in real life. Should we try it? Tell me how to do it and we'll try it. Are you in Ben Reedman? Oh, Cucumbers is online. Do I need to do pan down? Should I do that? Pan down. The pan is very much still up. You can also drive to 220 125 down here. Oh yes, yeah, that's right. I think the 86 is kind of overpriced considering there's no services, but I still might get it at some point. The 805 DLC seems to have been the best and most accurate diesel IET sounds. What is the pirate's favourite letter? You'd think it's R, but it is the C. Ah, damn! Why? Why have you done this to me? 100% going to be getting the 805 seconds after it releases though. I love modern traction and the West Coast Main Line. Happy days. Happy days. What we'll do is we'll test the power changeover just outside of Wolverhampton, because at the minute, because we're already going 120, you won't be able to set the diesel power. So we'll change it and then do diesel power, and then I'll put it onto a diesel only routing then, and then do it and give it a go. Have you heard the spam alert thing in SCR? I have indeed, because someone spadded me. Very much looking forward to West Coast Main Line Trent Valley. It's going to be so good. What's your favourite Vectron variant in Train Sim World? I'm quite keen on the Flixtron. It's a shame. I'd like to see more Flix Train in the game. That's quite cool. It's quite a cool operator, is that? Just had another new subscriber, so welcome aboard to the new person that has just subscribed. Hope you're doing well. My ex dumped me after our first date to the Owl Sanctuary. I was a Twitter wooer there. Oh dear. Why you should never trust stairs, they're always up to something. These are terrible. Absolutely horrendous, peeps. Do you like the Hitachi IETs? Do you know what? I think they look quite nice, because they kind of resemble like Japanese bullet trains in some sense, sort of. So I quite like them. Or Japanese high-speed trains anyway. But they're not that nice to ride on. My favourite iteration of the IETs is the Trans-Pennine Express ones, because the livery on that looks absolutely bloody amazing. In fact, the Trans-Pennine Express livery just looks nice in general anyway. I'll be honest, these are from Google. Oh no, get out! I can't be doing that. Can't be doing Google jokes. That's sacrilege. That's terrible. A limbo champion walks into a bar. He's disqualified. The Class 8 10s are different from the other IETs. Transparent ones are really nice, but they need to sort those seats out. Yeah, the seats are where they fall short. The seats aren't the nicest thing in the world. I don't know what it is, but whenever I sit on an Azuma, the seats pop like they're made out of cardboard, and I don't know why. You prefer the Class 397 CAF unit? From what I've heard, the CAF units are actually quite crap. Iron and board seats are rubbish. We all know the Pacers are the best units ever made. Oh, the Pacers are beautiful. I do like Pacers. Saying that, I went on a DMU at the weekend though, at GCR, and the seats on that were well nice. I don't know what sort of DMU it was, but it were. I think it was a rail car more so, but yeah, beautiful. And he takes the checkered flag. Give me back the checkered flag.
Wolverhampton, please mind the gap when leaving the train and step onto the platform before removing heavy luggage and pushchairs.
Heavy luggage and pushchairs. I've been on them a few times, but they're nice and spacious, especially the front and the rear vestibules. You want me to put a BNSF ES44 on West Coast Main Line Shop? Absolutely not. Yeah, the cabs are quite large, aren't they? They are quite big. Right, so the 802 can do it, so the 805 should do. Hit diesel, start engines, and drop the pantograph. Drop your pants. That's basically what you've just said to the 805, to drop its pants. Well, I'm going to pull into Wolverhampton, and then I'm very quickly going to pop to the toilet because I've been holding it in since crew. So we'll do that. I'll very quickly pop to Bug, and then we'll carry on our merry way into New Street. Very quickly test the diesel out. We've still got to test out a 350 service yet, so we'll do a shortish 350 service. And then also, we'll test the 805 on a diesel line. What we'll do is... Oh no, I haven't got Blackpool branches. I'm trying to think of a line that's got diesel only. Stop there. Right, we're a little bit delayed, but that's fine.
This is Wolverhampton. Right. Welcome aboard.
I'm very quickly gonna pop to the toilet, and then we'll carry on our merry way. Nope, no spads just yet.
20
No
West
spads
Coast
just
Service
yet.
to Birmingham New Street.
Apologies,
Next
Shan
stop,
just quickly wanted to
Birmingham
speak to me
New
about
Street.
something, so
Whilst at the station, if you
here we
see
go.
something that doesn't
We're
look
gonna go
right,
to New Street.
speak to our team or text the British Transport Police on
Dear me.
61016.
Try not to up and down the stairs twice. Right. Let's get a shimmy on. Because we're slightly delayed. Let's go.
Welcome aboard.
Let's do a... Got a bit too quick out of here, my goodness. How you doing, Jado? Yep.
If you see something that doesn't look
No
right,
face cam tonight.
speak to staff or
Just
text
because
the British Transport Police
my camera
on
wasn't working. It was making me
61016.
OBS crash.
We'll sort it.
Hello, Great
See
Western.
it? Say it. Sorted.
How do you get early access to the 805? Omar, it's because I'm an ambassador. So as part of the ambassador program, I'm able to showcase this 24 hours before release. Of course, with this releasing tomorrow at 10 AM, I'm able to showcase it just a little bit beforehand. Hello, Bob.
How are you doing, good sir? Hope you're doing well there.
What rail gauge is Tadami line? Not a clue. Excited for the train sim world set in Portugal? I tell you what, I'm really looking forward to that. That one looked really, really cool. Train sim world in Nigeria would be cool. I once did Blackpool North in Preston with an Azuma on Blackpool branches. It took ages though. The diesel engine for the Azuma is just emergency backup. Will you do some train spotting at Birmingham New Street? No, because we've still got a lot to showcase on this stream, and I do want to get to bed sometime soon. The 15 limit through there is chronic. Voice changer, if not, that's impressive. No, I can burp talk. It's not very pleasant, but I can burp talk. I used to be able to do the alphabet, but I can't do it anymore. I'll throw up. Right. Whilst we're going, let me. So I need to put my pants down. So that should have gone down as another diseasely thing goes past. And then we need to put the diesel engine on. So if I do diesel. I don't know how long I have to hold that, but turn the diesel on. Just going to hold it for a few seconds. And then that should be applying power, I think. No, it's not doing it just yet. How do I do it? How do you do it, Southerner? Hit the engine start, right. Oh yeah, yeah. Which is the right power car now? I'm not too sure which one's the best car to showcase this. But this is running on diesel fumes. There you go. And now we can just run this on diesel. All the way into New Street. can I have an honest answer about who wrote that reply to the comment on yesterday on the other channel? I don't know what you're on about. What is burp talking? Talking whilst burping. I believe the 805 has 3 engines. The diesel engines are only in the middle coach. Well, there you go. You can hear it there. You can hear like the wind up. That sounds so cool. I like that. I like that a lot. There you go. This easily. I'm excited to see the before versus after West Coast Main Line London Euston to Milton Keynes and Birmingham crew videos. Congratulations, you've done a speed IET power mode transition. You looking forward to this? About the Ferrari livery screaming P11 in the championship. It wasn't me and it wasn't Jan, it was married to the grid. It was whoever was in control at that time. Oh my goodness gracious me! I was holding the thing then. I got confused. It certainly shifts this one. You can also tell as well that you can very much tell we're not on electric because it's taken a bit longer to speed up. What's your opinion on British Railway and Roblox, and will you ever do a British Railway live stream? I like it, and I have done many a live stream on it. It's a good bit of fun. It was either you or Shan. It were me. It were me. I'm sorry, Greateston. So what we can do now is, if I know how to do it, we can also... I don't know if that's going to work. How do we transition? How do we go back to electric? Whoever noticed one of the passenger doors is the wrong colour, that's really bugging me. Which one? Which one's the wrong colour? Jado, I'm just demonstrating that the diesel mode works. Don't ruin our dreams. I'm scared. What have you done? And drop your pan for a shake. Goodness gracious me. TP run on diesel between Newcastle and Edinburgh. Just press the electric button. Electric, panto up, engine stop. Electric. Pan up. I heard like a click noise then. Engine stop. So now, there you go. Seamless, and you can sort of see it's a lot more powerful. There you go. So you can change it seamlessly if you really want to. So if you want to run on a bit of diseasely, you can do. Can these replace the Voyagers on cross country, please? Ah, no. Because cross country will find a way to run a 2-car IET. You just know it, don't you? Sadly, this is my stop. I can't wait to play this pack tomorrow. Fun stream as always. Take care all. Thank you for coming in, Sonic, and I hope you enjoy this when you pick it up. Of course, just to recap, this releases tomorrow, 10 AM PlayStation, Xbox, 6 PM Steam. I think it's on Epic and those other places as well. Not too sure of the times on that. It's $14.99. Brings in 2 new timetables for the West Coast Mainline South and West Coast Mainline Birmingham to Crewe. And you can also just buy it standalone if you want to just run it in random ass places if you really want to. The second coach, rear door, left side of the second coach. Yep, the left side, just this side. Left side in direction of travel. Okay, so this one. How? That one. Is that the door you're referring to? It's really hard to see, but that one. Is that the wrong colour, is it? To be honest, I wouldn't know, but same colour as the other side, though. Price is $14.99. Only let cross country have 9 car units, not 5. I thought he said $49.99. No! It is the wrong colour. Okay, I'll make a note of it. I mean, I'm pretty sure they had approval from Avanti for this, so it's if Avanti said it's fine. So that one's meant to be white, is it? Well, I'll make a note of it. Something they can obviously, you know, look at sorting. If I'm honest, a singular door being the wrong colour is not a deal breaker in my opinion. Also, please bear in mind that this is a pre-release build, so that may be sorted come tomorrow. Please do bear that in mind. Is it a staff door, hence the colour difference? It might well be. Because it's the same on the Azumas. One, like the middle one. The buffet car one is the staff only one, isn't it? It's supposed to be white. Okay, fair enough. Well, I'll report that and hopefully that can be fixed. It'd be a shame if that's the thing that lets it down for you, though. Considering everything else that is on offer, having one door that's a slight different colour. I know it's meant to be white, but I don't feel like that's a deal breaker, to be honest.
We are now approaching Birmingham New Street. Please mind the gap when leaving the train and step onto the platform before removing heavy luggage and pushchairs.
Slow it down a bit. Nice. Gently does it. that'll give me something to rant about this in this week's edition of MH Trains News, the show where you need to know your Evero from either zero. I mean, it's a door. It's the colour of a bloody door. Like, yeah, you could probably be saying that in jest, but there's some people that will actually go, I'm not buying that because the door's the wrong colour. Do you know what? Don't buy... If that is genuinely the thing that stops you from buying this, I'll keep my opinions to myself. I feel like with everything else that is on offer, if you're interested in this, I don't think a door issue, which can be very, very simply fixed, is not a big deal. But hey ho, if you don't want to get it, wait for a sale and wait for the door to be fixed. If you really want to. But I don't feel that's that big of a deal. The door has white door. Yeah, fair enough. That's fine. Well, like I say, this could be first off pre-release, so it made me white now. But second of all, it can be. I will take that back to All Aboard themselves and say, apparently the door's meant to be white, and they may turn around and say to me, already been fixed. So leave it with me. I'll mention it, of course. But if you've got the door open, you can't see the bloody door colour, can you? Anyway, hopefully that's not a deal breaker, because I really don't think that is that big an issue, in my honest opinion. However, if that is the case, then sure, why not? We're in New Street 5 minutes early. Yeah, sure, why not? Right, so we want to see... So someone asked, they want to see the layer list in Birmingham Crew. So that's fine. I can show you the layer list in Birmingham Crew. And then we'll very quickly very quickly put an 805 on a diesely route. And then we'll do a very quick 350 service. So let's have a look. So the timetable, you get 24 layers on this. So you've got the Dash 2 and the Dash 3, the Pendolino, the 323, the 350, the 170, the 150, RHTT stuff, 66s, all that sort of stuff. Have a look for it. There you go, 807 and 350-4. So there you go. You do get those when that hopefully comes out soon. There you go. There's your layer list. Go watch the video of the real 805 departure and you'll see a white door. Is the price justified? I tried to justify it, but I can't. In my opinion, well, yeah, because you're paying for a reworked train. This is where it's difficult, because in my opinion, yes, and I would have got this on day one because I like the look of it and it's very much my interest. However, if you think it's just a simple reskin, then wait for a sale. I can't say just get it. Loco DLCs and the general price of train symbol stuff is sometimes can be on the more expensive side. But I don't think that having to pay for something that's had reworks to it, audio reworks, physics reworks, interior reworks, the lot, I don't think it's unfair to ask for that to be, paid a bit towards. But it's all very much your interpretation of whatever you find interesting. Anyway, diesely route. What diesely route should we put this on? Let's pretend these went up the 5. So let me. Is that that's the mod timetable, isn't it? Let's put that in there. Cool. I don't want to go into that. On foot, and then we're going to go to where there's not any wires. Should we take it along the Leven branch? Let's just say that they've started doing Leven services. Let's do that. Go there. Do. I'm going to get it on day one. I didn't even notice until one of my friends pointed out in a preview stream. Well, I'm glad that you've got sense. To be honest, it just annoys me. In my opinion, if the door didn't work or the train wasn't drivable, sure, but it's a bloody door colour. Do you know what I mean? Like it's really not that deep. There's bigger issues in the world. What? Putting the wrong thing. Ah, right, hold on. 10 car. Can I even load that in here? Won't fit in the station, will it? Let's put it in till it fits. Keep going, keep going. There we go. Diesely. Let's do that. This is where I break it though, so let me figure this out. So I need to put the Diesely in. Oh, you can hear it there. You can. Let me set. Oh, let me set a path. We'll go to Cameron Bridge. Right. I'll let you listen to the departing sounds now as well. If it works. There you go. There you go. There's your diseasely sounds. Oh, my tail lights are on. Hold on, let me fix that. I like it's like a little bit delayed. I really quite like that. Oh, I like that a lot. Nice. There you go. So there's the diseasely mode. There's been a fire near Huddersfield inside the tunnel, so Transpennine trains are diverted for the time being, whilst new structures are being fitted. Oh, my goodness gracious me. What was that recently? There you go. Put it into electric. Well, it won't work. There's no electric. If the train has a bigger issue like announcements, yeah, that is fine. But a door, get over it. Yeah, that's how I see it. I think a door colour's just like, really, come on. And it's not even like it's a million miles. It's not like it's bright pink or anything. This is a little bit cursed here, isn't it? An Avanti West Coast service on the Leven branch. Wheel 170. Wouldn't it be funny if those were electric? It'd just be a 357, wouldn't it? Whatever it is. Cool. There you go. There's that. And then we'll do a very quick 350 service just to hear the announcements. I'll probably just do one stop on this. What happens when you put it in electric with no power? It won't do. It literally won't do anything. Here we go. Everrow. Which ones are the new ones? We'll do it in London Midland because we can. So let's do that. We'll do a Milton Keynes. Want a bit of a stopper. Could do that one. How long that going to give us? Is that an all stopper? We'll do that one. I'm not doing the whole run, but I'll do a bit of that one. In fact, no, I won't. I'll do a full Tring service. I lied. I've changed my mind. Maybe Richie knows something we don't, and they're perhaps planning a leaving service. You'd like to hope so, wouldn't you? You'd like to hope so. It's definitely a dash 2. We'll do that one. Will the new southeastern route have announcements? I would imagine so, because it's a Train Sim 6 route. So yes, I would like to hope so. Right, let's do this. Here you go. What we're going to. This is pretty much a British Transport Police livery. Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. I'm not going to reload it again now, but yeah, I forgot about that one. You can see that's in the old livery and the new livery. Very nice. We'll see what we'll see on this little run. You're going to go now. Thank you very much for coming in, Jadu. Much appreciated, and hopefully see you in the next stream. How you doing, Seb? You're going to Berkhamsted soon in a few weeks. What's that going past? Something flying past. What is that? That is a Pendolino. That is for sure a Pendolino. Oh yes, it's a Pendolino. Right, moment of truth. Has it got announcements? Let's go. Let's go. So I can't hear any just yet, but they might happen at the stations. If not, there may not be announcements on it. It might be something to do with the route, though. Possibly. We'll see when we get into Berkhamsted. Right, Richie, how's the new timetable? I'm definitely considering getting this tomorrow. Looks fantastic. It'd be cool if we got an Avanti Voyager. It'd be amazing when the 90 is added as well. Yeah, I'm quite enjoying this. I think the 805 is a really nice addition to the West Coast mainline routes. I especially like the services it brings to Birmingham Crew. I'm a big fan of that. I think it's a good train, to be honest. I think it's a really good loco DLC. And it means more Avanti stock, so why not? It also certainly beefs up your West Coast mainline routes. About that, I'm only planning to be in streams once or twice a month, depending on what it is. As I said in Rex's stream. No worries. I appreciate if you're busy and you're up to other stuff. You know, I know that people have lives. What's the update for Mild Main Line extension for Richmond? Hopefully soon. What do you think of the Northern Powerhouse Rail announcement, like the new Liverpool to Manchester line? Very interesting. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that because as someone who works, I don't work in it, but as someone that has to sort of deal with that and also as a regular commuter in the north of England, I'm very much looking forward to it. I feel like that is probably more vital than HS2, to be honest. You've seen that sometimes the announcements don't play till the second stop. Well, we'll test it, and then it might not be compatible with West Coast Mainline South in the sense that the announcements, I don't know. Bearing in mind that West Coast Mainline South is a dovetail route, not an all-aboard route, so they can't update that themselves. Your favourite West Coast Mainline station is Berkhamsted. Oh, that's a good one to mention. 12 cars. 12 car 350s. There you go. That was a big thing about this timetable, the 12 car 350s. You'd really like to see West Coast Mainline 730? Yeah, I think it'd be really nice. Depends if that would ever happen though. Richie, I have been having a strange glitch on some routes on Birmingham Crew. Oh, there you go.
Please mind the gap when leaving the train and step onto the platform before removing heavy luggage and pushchairs.
There you go. So it does work. It does work. Oh, someone's flying past. Another Pendo. Nice. I'll make sure to note that. Maybe a 730-0 as they have the West Midlands Railway licence. Richie, I've been having this strange glitch on some routes on Birmingham Crew. When I shut my doors, sometimes it gives me an extra objective to lock doors, and when I do, it doesn't advance and doesn't let me leave the station. It's really weird. If I don't shut the doors once the first objective is done, and then shut them on the second objective, it doesn't work either. Don't know if you've experienced something similar. I've had a similar sort of experience with the 350. I think one of the subclasses of 350 does that on Birmingham Crew. I normally just leave my doors open till past the objective anyway. So it's yeah, I've noticed it, but it's never stopped me from driving the train. I just have to keep my doors open for a bit longer. Let's go. you can't do guard mode on an IET. You should be able to. You can certainly do it on the whatchamacallit, on the 805. Albeit we haven't shown that off. Probably should have done. The thing is, I've done that, left the doors open until the second objective complete, but it still doesn't work. Although I thought it was just the 350s until I had it on a 150 service too. Weird. Have you got any particular services, or is that just any of them that do that? Hope they bring in a 221 into the 220 pack and make it into a cross-country Voyager pack. If they were to release a northern East Coast mainline route, would add a lot of realism. I would like to see a 221. I'd just like to see more of the north of the UK. To be honest, I think it'd be brilliant. How you doing, Ian? Yeah, Ian, we've been driving the 805 for the last 2 hours. I'm just giving a 350 service a go on the 805 timetable, just to see if the announcements work and also see how busy it is compared to other services. Shame that it only has the "we are now approaching" announcement. Yeah, I'm not too sure why. I don't know if that's prototypical or not. Who knows? Please bear in mind that this is pre-release though. So the 350 may need to update itself. I don't know. So please bear in mind that obviously this is early access. I can't get the AI to drive, especially on the Riviera line. Have you been doing the guard buzzers and stuff? Appears to be on particular services, but I can't name any specifics. I'll try and get a couple of named examples for you and put them into the Discord server. Yeah, please do. Any information that you have is the best, and I can feed that back to Dovetail. They should do tutorials on guard modes.
Please mind the gap when leaving the train and step onto the platform before removing heavy luggage and pushchairs.
There you go. Are you going to be going to the World Cup 2026 in America? No. However, I will be going to America this year. I think there is a few tutorials on guard mode. I'm pretty sure there's some. There is a few services where you can give the driver the buzzer and he does not move. Not sure. I have had a few instances where that has happened, and I've just found that if you just do if you close the doors, then it's fine. Sometimes as well, though, you got to find it's the timings as well. So if it's not time to go yet in the actual timetable, it won't go. Lydia, we are playing on the PC tonight. Normally my early access, most of my streams are for the PC anyway, just because it's easier for me to stream with OBS and whatever else. And also the PlayStation's a bit of a funny one to stream from, because sometimes it can be a bit it's very crash prone is my PlayStation, so I don't stream from the PlayStation for that very reason. But I'm on the PC, but I have give this a go on the PlayStation, and it's a lot of fun. It really is. There is not many blurry textures that I've noticed, but I think a few people may have clocked a bit, but it very much depends, I think. But I personally haven't spotted blurry textures. What's that then? That's a Pendolino. Off goes the Pendo. Ian, you've just subscribed. Thank you for subscribing. Much appreciated. One step closer to 6,250. That's mad. Quarter of the way for the 7,000. 7,000, 6,000. What's your thoughts on the Trent Valley? In terms of playing it, no experience. However, I'm looking forward to that line. I quite like the sound of it. There's lots of very iconic parts of that line, and it's a line that a lot of people wanted to see. So I'm looking forward to it. There's plenty of Avanti services on this, isn't there? Blur textures are more for console. I'm on PC and I struggle a lot with stuttering. It's really bad on my end. I don't know if that's for everyone, but every time the game freezes for a millisecond. Yes, so the way it works, and you've probably heard this term before, and you're probably sick of hearing it, is that the way that the game is built, it's built in tiles, and that stuttering process is like the shaders and everything all cashing in. Now, if any of you have got experience with the Unreal Editor, which I have done, even if you go in Unreal Editor, it takes a moment to load stuff in. And that's what causes the stuttering, because it's loading in other tiles of the room, because obviously it's all there. So what the best way is to do is to give it a couple of runs, let the game like kind of relearn what's going on, and then it runs a lot smoother. Same with me, you can drive 150 miles London to Crewe, something like that. Yeah, it's Milton Keynes to Crewe, 108 miles, but you can also do Euston to Milton Keynes, and then once Just Trains Crewe Preston route comes out, you can then theoretically go from London all the way up to Carlisle. Obviously across two different eras. Just in terms of the poll, so there's 202 votes in the poll. Are you getting a Class 805? 42% of you said yes day one, 24% of you said yes on a sale, 21% of you said maybe, and then 13% of you said it's not for you. The Crewe to Carlisle section across those two routes are 80s, so no, they're not modern day. But the Euston to Crewe section will all be modern day. But there ain't nothing stopping you shoving a Pendolino on West Coast Main Line over Shap if you want to. $202 votes. That is pretty decent. That is very good. 204 now. Plenty of new subscribers as well.
We are now approaching Watford Junction. Please mind the gap when leaving the train and step onto the platform before removing heavy luggage and pushchairs.
There you go. Hi Richie, I've just got home. Welcome back, Sam. Welcome home. Well, I've been more excited about Great Western Express Remaster for years as I live near Acton Mainline. Hopefully that's not too far away. I'm really hoping that's not too far away. Some freight going on down there. Cool. Got a 710 over there. You like the West Coast Main Line South announcement? Nice. Hello, 313Rail. Random question, Richie. Do you use Waze or Waz? Is it Waze? The SatNav app? No, I don't. I just have a SatNav because I'm boring and I'm an old man, and I've just got a SatNav. Why'd you ask? It's a very random question. I like that there's this sort of stuff here. Way! Nice. Off it goes. Cool. Right, through to Harrow. One of my favourite routes / combos of trains on this route, to be honest. Honestly, West Coast Main Line South is a corker of a route. I really do quite like it. You can set the voice as Paddington. What I can say, you can say, turn around when it is safe to do so. Whatever it says. Ugh, €4 muscles. I don't like slimy things. Does that say you're 13 minutes late? No. Where did it say that? And someone's just commented on my video saying they need toilet interiors. Oh, you lot. You lot make me chuckle. Funny people. Going a bit too quick through here, ain't I? Bit too quick going through bushy. I have an Ethernet cable, that's all I know, Ian. I read that without reading the rest of the comment. Oh dear. Anyway, on the platform board, I'm not sure. It might be a different service. I didn't really pay much attention to it, I'm sorry. I like the fact that you can do so many different combos of services, stopping in London, starting with lead London Underground services, 378, 710, stopping fast. Yeah. Honestly, I feel like this is one of the strongest routes when it comes to timetables. I would say that the West Coast Main Line South is a stronger timetable than Brighton Main Line, because Brighton Main Line is just a ton of Electrostars. But I also think the West Coast Main Line Birmingham to Crewe is a strong timetable as well, because you've got so many different types of services on it. Just had another new subscriber. That means we're 4 away from 6,250. 4 away from being quarter of the way through the 6,000s. That is absolutely madness. How you doing, train boy? Hope you're doing well. On PC, can you acknowledge the safety systems by pressing a button on the keyboard? I often take too long to acknowledge this using the mouse. Yes, Q. There you go. Press Q. West Coast Main Line shows how good Train Sim World is, getting better and better. The Electrostars are good though. BML is weird. Some stations are modelled in a different era than others. You've broken your leg. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you're recovering. Take it easy, man. I wouldn't want to make a full timetable for BML. Shudders. Are you the timetable guy? Because I've seen the work that goes into timetables, and for a man that works in spreadsheets and hates them, seeing that then very much upsets me. You'd like to see a C2C network on the game? It's quite an easy network. A lot of people would like to see C2C. Morning, Paul. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. How did you find this? Yeah, no worries. Yep, it's Q. Q's the button. I think there is separate buttons for like each safety system, but I couldn't tell you which ones are which. No man that works with spreadsheets hates spreadsheets. I hate spreadsheets with a passion. I won't tell you what I do with my spreadsheets because that'll tell you what I do for work, but I don't like them. Have you bailed on the 805? No, I'm just showing a 350 on the timetable, on the 805 timetable, because people were asking about the announcements and stuff. Good evening, Alex. Hope you're doing well. Good evening, Cryptic. Hello. Hello, RichyRail. I'm buying a new loco tomorrow and staying warm here in the USA with major snowstorm that we have. Oh my goodness, send some snow our way. I'm just sick of it being cold and raining. Well, that's an interesting take. For you, the 805 needs some work. It would be a sale purchase. Oh, okay. What's your qualms with it? You do spreadsheet stuff on spreadsheets. Yeah, but I do specific stuff in spreadsheets. But no, I won't say what I do. But I have, yeah. Busy as always. I have over 100 subscribers. Nice one. Congratulations. It'll be 43 degrees here today. See, this is where I'm like, at the minute, I would love a bit of snow because I'm sick of it just being cold and raining. But if it's snowing, it's a bit more like magical and majestic. But then the other side of me is like 43 degrees. Yes, please. I would love a bit of that. I can't wait to go to America because where we're going, it's going to be like 30 degrees for a week, and I can't wait for that. I don't have Birmingham to crew. Hopefully there is a good bundles to get the 805 and the route together. Yeah, hopefully. You could pull the old-fashioned line. I could tell you what I do, but then I'd have to kill you. Yeah, but if I said that would probably get me. Hey, Evero! Yeah! We saw one! Nice. I wasn't expecting to see one, to be honest. What's the temperature here? Oh my goodness gracious me. 6 degrees, 100% rain. And then we've got some sleet at the end of the week. Yeah, 10 car. Happy New Year to you. It's almost a month into 2026. So it overuses the VRAM. There's some snow problems, spelling errors on a switch. Can't close the nose doors. Guard mode doesn't have any passengers, and if the console build isn't updated today, then good luck on Xbox. Ah, you get stuck in the cab or falling out when walking through a gangway. I've not had any issues like that. The only sort of issue the only issue I've found is apparently our doors are wrong colour. You are fine with no snow, and I live in Scotland. Which switch is wrong? It will snow in UK. It will snow in April. Of course it will. Yeah. I think my short video of the 66710 in 200 years of railway livery got you 1,000 views. Nice one. Temperature here in Eastern USA is 25 degrees. You're just not grumpy enough. For me, you know what I'm like. I'm very positive. Not saying you're not. I think you're probably a lot more honest than I am. But if those things, if there's things that are wrong, like for example, I wouldn't have noticed TPWS. I wouldn't have looked at that. I have spotted a few things though that I am going to mention. This is a 350. What an absolute spoon I am. I have noticed a few things which I am going to mention. But yeah. I had to crouch to get through the 350 guard. Oh, got another new subscriber. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Yours is Fahrenheit, mine is Celsius, so over 110 Fahrenheit. Whoa. What is that in Kelvin? By the way, Paul, I spoke to the boss about the day we discussed. She's all good with that day as well. I bought some hot and send it to the US and UK. Oh, thank you. One thing I am intrigued about is, can we see more mainline stock up here? I'd be impressed with that. I wonder. I wonder why. Why? She ran away. I was very intrigued to see if we'd see it up here. Be cool, wouldn't it? Could be waiting a while there, but that'd be cool. I'm looking for 316 Kelvin. Ugh. Goodness gracious me. Hey Richie, before you end the stream, can you do a RichyRail testing? Can you pull the 805 with the ROG? Yes, we can. We 100% can. That is a bloody good idea. That's the point. What do you reckon about the idea I texted you earlier? Sorry, do you know what? I did my typical thing there, Bob. I opened it, read it in my head, and thought I responded. Right? So I will make sure to respond. If I don't respond after this, it's probably because I've fallen asleep. So I will get back to you as soon as I can. How much have I missed in an hour? Not much, but you've tuned back in just in time. We're doing a 350 service just to test the announcements on it, and also just to showcase that the ex-London Midland 350 is going to the West Coast Main Line South now. You have 34 subscribers. Nice one. Keep it up. I remember the days of being at 34 subscribers. Me married to the Grid channel, not too far off that. No bother. Sounds like a good ending, I know. I'm going to go off at 9 o'clock and all. You've all kept me going. My brain does work occasionally in a good ideas department. Yeah, but not in not in the dad jokes department. Not tonight. Not tonight. My little runaway, my run away. Do 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 do. I'm walking in the rain. Till the floor and I feel the pain. Most of the time, the duck song keeps coming to my brain. I've got a Runaway by Del Shannon. A lot of you won't even know what that bloody song is. There you go, got another new subscriber. So you got 35 now. There you go. One of the jokes was missed, so I'll do it again. Promise. It's look out for your next comment. Okay. I'm looking forward to it. What's your favourite train? Mine is the 66. I quite like the Turbo Stars. I like the Voyager, to be honest. The Voyager I'm a big fan of in the game. And actually, Voyagers have grown on me a little bit. Got 710. How many timetables were created with the 805 on the West Coast Main Line South? Just the one. So there's one on West Coast Main Line South and there's one on West Coast Main Line Birmingham Crew. I almost said Birmingham Carlisle then. A man from Ireland walks into a cafe and orders 3 things. The waitress gives him a tree. You sausage. That's terrible. That's terrible. What's interesting, right, with the ROG is that realistically the ROG shouldn't need to pull an 805 because it's diesel powered. A ROG is only there to save electric trains.
We are now approaching London Euston. Please mind the gap when leaving the train and step onto the platform before removing heavy luggage and pushchairs.
You know what's funny? I didn't get the joke until Richie actually said it out loud. Yeah, usually you read it, you're like, eh? And then you actually say it and you're like, ah. And then sometimes you got that, ah, for God's sake. That's a funky way of spelling connoisseur. That's brilliant. You're not a joke connoisseur. Oh dear. That's brilliant. You know what's quite funny? I chuckle because I would have also spelt it like that. Because how the bloody hell do you spell that? If anyone gets this, how the hell do you spell chauffeur? Chauffeur. There you go. If anyone gets that one. Make sure I enter in at 10 because otherwise it'll kill you. Could be a total failure of the 805. That would need a rescue. I suppose so, yeah. Connoisseur. Oh, come on, Bovril. You'll find this funny. My English teacher in year 7 had a very Irish accent and was always in room 3. So much so, people drew trees on a whiteboard. That's just bullying. Oh, 2 different spellings of connoisseur there. The English and the Australian English. There you go. Gotta wait until what was it? 22. Nice and busy here, isn't it? Pendo. Pendo. Plenty of pendos in here. And another pendo as well. Very nice. There can't be an English spelling of connoisseur, it's French. Oh, well, that is me told. That is me told. Big time. I should have known that. But I was, Paul would say, a dipshit. So, yeah, I apologise. I take that back. Here's a debate. Is it a router or a router? Router. It's a router. I also found out something really funny the other day. This sign, right, says due to engineering works. Hold on, let me go back. Due to planned engineering works taking place this weekend between Milton Keynes Central and Birmingham New Street and in the Euston Station area, Avanti West Coast and services will operate a revised and reduced timetable. Find it very funny. Right, where are we going to do this ROG 37 test? I'm sorry, boss, I won't be in work today. Boss, why not? Scottish guy, I have a week off. Boss, you have a week off. Scottish guy, oh thanks boss, I was only going to take today off. That's not funny. I don't know why I chuckle at that, to be honest. Right, let's jump into free roam and we'll go to, where should we start? Where should we start? We'll go Stafford, why not? Why not, eh? I love how they censored that. Yeah, I find it brilliant, to be honest. I thought that was absolutely fantastic when I first saw that. We'll go across here. So we'll bring in an 805. Is there a reason why they say 390? Oh, it's changed now. Right. Cool. And let's pull in a ROG. Right, what are we doing? 37. That's the one. Don't be saying leaked. That's just a mod. Chill out. Right. ROG. Is that what I want? I think it's that I need, isn't it? Possibly. Is that the one? Here it is. I bloody love this thing, me. Oh. Right. Let's pull the coupler up. Got the high vis on. Right then. Let's do this then. Let's open the coupler hatch. How do you do this then? Forward preparation. I guess you need to put a key in of some kind, maybe. How do you open the coupler hatch? Ah, there you go. Right, happy days. Let's do that. Let's put that out. Cool. Right then, let's get in here. Cool. Let's get in the ROG. Nice. Go up here. Shut that door. Do that. We'll put it into reverse and put the key in. I'm a big fan of this train. I really am. Right then. The moment of truth. Will the ROG 37 pull the Class 805 Evero? Let's find out. Let's do it. So that's the first bit of the short. So, let's... Right. Let that do its thing. -5. These bloody mods. Right. Let's couple up to it. Let's see if this works. This should, in theory, work. So, let's go back a little bit. Let's slam into that. Oh, that didn't work. For some reason. Interesting. Okay. Right. That's not quite worked as I wanted it to. Do I need to like slightly move forward? Ooh, that's not worked. Is there a reason why that's not worked? Maybe you can't do it to the... Oh, no. There's got to be a way that this works. Let me try again. Maybe we didn't hit it hard enough. Right, let's try that again. Right, are we ready? Let me go out here. Let's try this properly. Okay. Will it couple? Let's find out. All the beans. All sorts of beans. Let's slam into the Evero. Come on. Will it work? No, it's not working. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, no. Oh, dear. It wanted to do something then. It might be something to do with the fact that, like... I don't know. Go inside and couple it from inside the Evero. Ah, right. Okay, let's try that then. Maybe that is a good point. Can't get in the bloody thing. Right, there we go. I can't believe this hasn't worked. Right, so if I do that and press couple, that might work now. Oh! Is that coupled? I think that is, you know. I don't know. I can't quite tell. That looks like it might be coupled to me. I think that might have worked. Possibly. Or is it just glitching through? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. No, it hasn't. Oh dear. Let me go a little bit more forward. Ah, dear, I've done it again. This is very difficult to do. I don't know what that's just done. Right. Maybe that'll work, possibly. I think it's something to do with stuff down here. Surely. It's gotta be. If it did work, and if the uncouple button actually worked, you would have uncoupled it. They're not the same height. Has it worked? Nah. Ah, F in the chat. F in the chat. Oh, it looks like it should work. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh well. The ROG 37 has failed us. It's failed us. They're not programmed to work together. Oh no. Well, they do not couple, unfortunately. Unfortunately. It was worth a try. But you failed us. Anyway. Doesn't put anything away from the Evero though. Because it's probably, if it doesn't work on an 805, it probably doesn't work on an 801 or an 802. But I'm not going to try that out. Have you noticed that the 805 bounces like a pacer as well? Yeah, it's a bouncy beast, is the 805. It's a good bit of fun. But what we'll do is we will leave that there. But yeah, I've enjoyed this thing. It's very, very nice. It's a very nice train to drive. If it would have cuddled, if it would have coupled, it would have been a slight jolt. Yeah. Oh well. Anyway, I'll quickly recap everything that's in the pack, and then we'll call it a night. Couple the 805 to something. Couple the 805 to something to the ROG. Oh, nah. That's far too much chaos for my liking. If it don't work, it don't work. Anyway. The 805. Let's see what people are saying. So, 229 votes. That's insane. 41% of you are saying yes on day one. 24% saying yes on a sale. 22% saying maybe. 13% not for you. And yeah, that's pretty decent. How you doing, Melbourne? Hope you're doing well. Welcome into the stream. So, the 805 brings in 2 new timetables, starting with the West Coast Main Line Birmingham Crew. You've got a new timetable here with 541 services. Just peek into the little layers list, and you can see that if you get the West Coast Main Line Trent Valley as well, you also get a few services when that route comes out. Hey, look at that. So, the 805, obviously, got 37 services. There's all sorts of bits and bobs on here, which is very, very nice. You can do all sorts of bits and bobs, mainly between Crewe and Stafford. And then on the West Coast Main Line South, this brings in 5 scenarios, which are like a day, you know, you're basically doing like a day runabout sort of thing, which is very nice. And then, of course, you've got the new timetable, which is the Forks timetable with 997 services, brings in the Evero and all sorts of other bits and bobs, and has 27 services on here. And as we've demonstrated tonight, you can pick up a service from Euston up to Milton Keynes and drive the same head code on the Birmingham Crewe route. So in theory, that should also happen on Trent Valley, which is very, very nice. But yeah, very, very much enjoyed that. I quite like that pack, and I'm very much looking forward to everyone getting it. So this comes out tomorrow at 10 a.m. console and at 10 a.m. PlayStation and Xbox. So that's in 12 hours time if you're in a different part of the world. And then it's 6 p.m. on Steam. It's $14.99. So yeah, feel free to get it, which 41% of you wonderful people are. So thank you all for coming in tonight. As for general bits and as for general bits and bobs of admin from me, I'm planning to be live on Wednesday, possibly, maybe. Not too sure what yet, to be confirmed. But Friday night's a big one. Friday night's party time. Technically speaking, I set the channel up on the 28th of January 2024, but I made my first ever video on the 30th of January 2024, and that's when I count the channel's birthday, which is the 30th of January, which falls nicely on a Friday. So this Friday will be the 2-year anniversary of the channel. We'll be doing a random game night, anything pretty much, a bit of SCR, a bit of Train Sim World, a bit of TSC, maybe a bit of Subway Sim, anything goes, and that might be a slightly extended stream as well. So who knows? But yeah, Wednesday I may do another Evero stream, possibly. Obviously could do a bit of a play along. Who knows? But yeah, we'll see what happens. But let me know your thoughts. Hope you enjoy the Evero if you pick it up, and if not, then maybe you get it at some point in the future. So thank you all for coming in tonight. Much appreciate you all spending the time with me, and I'll hopefully see you all in the next stream. Bye everyone.